Welcome to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Katie and Regan Luaday as you are on Vermillion Streaming and ESPN Radio. You are watching the beginning of the JV matchup. You can see the scoreboard on the huddle cam in the lower left corner. And so right now, 1 minute in, no score as of yet, but Spencer Blanchette tries to take care of that, but rolls in and out. Rebound to Sioux Falls Christian as they get ahead on the pass, and that is Jacob Humpall, 6'2 junior, part of the junior varsity team, who will also be part of the varsity matchup. Makes it 2-0 in favor of Sioux Falls Christian. Trenton Thomas now has the ball. The Central Farmers Cooperative starting lineup out there for Vermillion include Trenton Thomas, who just drained a tray to make it 3-2 with 5:24 to go in the first quarter. Spencer Blanchette, Tyson Hovden, Grant Rohrig, and Henry Orr. Here's a drive by Humpall, and that ball is stolen away. That pass attempt is stolen away by Tyson Hovden. Nice crossover there, gets it over to Trenton Thomas. Thomas, who hasn't been getting a lot of success with his outside shot, is unable to get that to fall from the paint, and he got his rebound, but the putback did not fall. And that will be an easy 2 on the throw ahead for Ryan Dielman. Makes it 4-3 in favor of Sioux Falls Christian. 2:20 into this first quarter, 4:40 to go. Spencer Blanchette, again, Vermillion moving right to left. This is JV action. They're in the white uniforms with red numbers and letters with black trim. Sioux Falls Christian in the black uniforms with blue numbers and white trim. If you're a paint place and want to sponsor our colors, I could do that. Just let me know, 605-665-2600. So Spencer Christian, is that a person? Is that a school? Where did that come from? All right, there's a three-point attempt there for number 35, Mitchell Hofer. Hofer's a 6'4" sophomore who will also be seeing varsity action. And again, I'm going to unmute her. Katie, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, Mike. How are you?
I am good. See, we're going to get you used to this whole microphone thing.
Okay.
And that ball is knocked out of bounds by Sioux Falls Christian. I need somebody to look up Spencer Christian for me because it feels like it's a person or a thing. I don't know. 4:04 to go here in the first quarter. Vermillion trails 7-3. Rohrig gets it up top to Henry Orr, who hands it off to Tyson Hovden. Hovden thought about the three, gets it off to Orr. Orr at the elbow gets it out to Blanchette. Blanchette will take that three, and I thought he was going to make it. That'll be out of bounds off of Grant Rohrig. So Sioux Falls Christian will take over, moving left to right. Spencer Christian is an American broadcaster, but I've never seen him before, so I think I was just having a brain fluff.
Oh, he was on Good Morning America. He did their weather.
Oh, okay.
From 1986 to 1998.
Man, would I be drawing a memory from 25 years ago?
I think you're just mixing Sioux Falls Christian and Spencer Blanchette.
I think Spencer. Yes, that is exactly what it is. There it is, 35. Mitchell Hofer with another three makes it 10-3. Thank you. I think that solved it. Hovden with the short little jumper, and that will roll around and drain in. So an 8-0 run is broken up by that two-pointer by Tyson Hovden. Nice job there on the by Cooper Strand. Nice ball handling. And a nice steal there by Grant Rohrig. Gets it off to Spencer Blanchette. Blanchette will drive in. And they're going to call a foul. I thought for a second they might call a travel. He had started to move some steps, but it was due to contact. And so that will be a foul on number 2, Cooper Strand. Checking in for Sioux Falls Christian, Bryce Wassner. I believe the third in the line of the great Wassners. Bennett Wassner, a 6'1 senior guard. Brant Wassner, a 6'5 sophomore guard. And now we have Bryce Wassner, a 6'2 freshman guard. And there's a toss out to Trenton Thomas. Thomas would love to see his outside shot start to fall. Here is Henry Orr in the lower left corner. And Blanchette pulls it back, gets it out to Thomas. Thomas for three. Yes!
Nice.
That's the Trenton Thomas we saw last year. That's the Trenton Thomas that I think Coach Drake was talking about possibly being in the varsity rotation. And if Trenton can start seeing that, he'll start seeing some more time. But Ryan Dielman, the 6'8" freshman center, was just able to back down Henry Orr just because of the size difference. With a little baby hook there, gets that to fall. Makes it 12-8 with 2:17 to go here in the first quarter. Checking in for Sioux Falls Christian, Jacob Humpall. And Gideon Almasgod, a 6'1" freshman. So Rohrig gets it into Thomas. Thomas, he'll take that. He's feeling it, and he's going to drain it.
Awesome.
All right. Again, this is the Trenton Thomas that I was expecting to see all season. He's been in a bit of a slump, but this is what you get, and he is good. Thomas, just a junior, a 5'10" junior guard. Nice move there. Three-pointer is no good. Rebound there by Henry Orr, and we saw that last game too against EPJ in the JV matchup, especially Henry Orr. With some defensive rebounding. And here's Henry Orr driving in, and he's going to be fouled on the floor, unfortunately. Nice move by Orr to cut to the basket, but he is fouled on the way by number 33, Gideon Almasgood. Almasgood is a 6'1" sophomore forward. So here's Rohrig. Rohrig gets it down low to Orr. Orr gets pushed under the basket, and not pushed. It was good defense. Don't want it to sound like I thought there should be a foul, but.
Wow.
And there will be a foul on Trenton Thomas. Not a shooting foul, though. So checking in now is Ryan Dielman. Checking out is Cooper Strand. And you're going to hear heights that Vermillion just doesn't have, especially in that varsity matchup. You're going to hear 6'11", 6'8", 6'5", 6'5", 6'4", 6'2", 6'2". There's another two-pointer for Sioux Falls Christian. So Vermillion's really going to have to rely on their speed, quickness, and outside shot. Spencer Blanchette left that short. As they get it into Levi Vanderleest. Vanderleest gets it off to Dielman. Dielman over to Humpall. Humpall is unable to get that to drop, and that will be out of bounds off of Sioux Falls Christian.
How tall is that 42?
42, Dielman is a 6'8" freshman.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, 6'8" freshman. You'll see Griffin Goodberry in that varsity matchup, 6'11" senior. Cooper Goodberry, his brother, a 6'5" junior. Yeah, you have Dielman at 6'8", 6'5", Brant Wassner, a sophomore guard. Oh, and who made that? I'm
14.
sorry. Okay, 14. So Tyson Hovden draining that, making it 14-13. Vermillion's JV hanging with Sioux Falls Christian. Nice job there by Henry Orr. Henry Orr, the last couple of games, has really shown me a lot. I think he's going to be quite a player. Just a sophomore, a 6'2" sophomore. Boy, you'd love to see him get maybe an inch or two in height. A couple inches could make a big difference there. Hovden for three. Oh, that honestly went down as far as it could without dropping. He could have used a couple inches down there, too. 16 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 14-13. Nice job by this Vermillion JV team. They are outsized. That is easy to see, but they are playing well. And there's Cooper Strand, unable to connect to Henry Orr with the rebound. Orr, good enough defense that he wasn't able to get a shot off. He's not left-handed, but a nice job by the Vermillion JV, trailing 14-13 on the Mesaba scoreboard. Tanager basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. We'll be back with the second quarter of this JV match.
The Pizza Ranch Vermillion is your event headquarters. Enjoy the crisp salad bar, the country's best chicken, and fresh pizza. Want a custom pizza? Just ask. We are proud to offer the buffet your way. And the Fun Zone Arcade features 36 games, 2 golf simulators, and full bar. Perfect for pregame tailgates and parties. Have a business meeting, team, or office party? Reserve the Dakota Center. It holds up to 300 people. Order online at pizzaranch.com for delivery, or circle your wagons and make Pizza Ranch your tailgate place next to USG. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Vermillion is proud to support local athletics like USD and the Tanagers. The DQ fall flavors are in, and DQ has great food at great prices. Get a $7 meal deal. Choose from a cheeseburger or 3-piece chicken basket with fries, a drink, and a sundae for only $7. Got an office team party or birthday party? If you want to celebrate, don't bake, buy a DQ cake. And DQ supports the Sanford Children's Network. So after the game, take your team for a thrill to the Dairy Queen Grill and Chill, 905 East Cherry Street, Vermillion, South Dakota.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. It was a Murph's Appliance timeout between quarters. Vermillion trails on the Mesaba scoreboard 14-13. The Central Farmers Cooperative starting lineup for this quarter includes Spencer Blanchette, Tyson Hovden. Spencer Blanchette, Henry Orr, Trenton Thomas, and then Daxton Christensen and Cameron Bodolfson have checked in for the Tanagers. Now, Henry Orr was fouled on the shot, so he was fouled by Ryan Dielman, 6'8" freshman. And Orr puts his first shot up, tying it up at 14 all here in the second quarter, 6:46 to go. Ooh, that rolls in and out, so 6:45 to go. Vermillion ties it up at 14 on the Mesaba scoreboard. I have to tell you, I've been impressed with them so far. They've been outsized, but they are playing with heart and hustle, this JV team.
Yeah, absolutely. They're getting in there, and they're making the inside guy work for it, too.
Nice steal there by Blanchette, but was blocked at the other end by Mitchell Hofer, a 6'4" sophomore forward. I thought that might be a travel there.
Maybe he didn't leave the floor.
Yeah, we were blocked a little bit, but man, he had a lot of elevation just for being on his tippy toes. But I didn't hear much complaining from the Vermillion crowd, so they must have seen something we didn't. There's a three-pointer from the left corner for number 22, Luke Van Leeuwen, a 6'2" sophomore guard. Here's Blanchette. Over to Christensen. Christensen doesn't start on this JV team, but he's a 6'1" sophomore. A lot of talent there. Oh, and Orr almost hit that one. Daxton Christensen, Cameron Bodolfson. Bodolfson's kind of one of those, and this isn't, he's more of a plugger. He will fit and do whatever needs to get the job done. Not a lot of height, but a lot of heart type of player. Like I was, just he has more talent. I had height. I had no height. I had heart. I had no skills. All right, there's a miss, but Sioux Falls Christian with the recovery. 17-14 at the top of the key. Driving in is Strand. Strand kicks it out to Van Leeuwen, and he is unable to kick that one. Rebound there to Trenton Thomas.
Ooh.
That pass is just outside of Spencer Blanchette. And there's a nice up and in by Jacob Humpall. Humpall makes it 19-14. So between games, before the varsity game, we will have interviews with both head coaches. And Blanchette off the back iron. See, Blanchette's just a little off today, and usually he's draining those when he's open like that.
I was thinking he looked like he just didn't have as much pep in his step yet today. Maybe he just has to get going. I don't know.
That could be, Trenton Thomas was coming off the bench, and he was kind of walking onto the court already. I think they're like, hello.
Wait a minute.
Interesting. So a quick timeout taken. We'll take a timeout as well. Brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion on the Mesaba scoreboard with 4:23 to go in the second of the JV. Vermillion.
Truckers, commercial fleet, car owners, when you need a DOT inspection, you need a battery, oil change, diagnostic, or specialized tire service for farm, auto, and heavy equipment, JFI will get your vehicle repaired and washed and back on the road. JFI proudly supports Vermillion Tanagers, the community of Vermillion, in business for nearly 100 years for a reason. JFI is the best, and that's no lie. JFI 1218 Compton Court, Vermillion.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager basketball. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Katie Crossway-Luade. Vermillion trails 19-14 in the second quarter of this JV matchup. As they inbound it there, Trenton Thomas with a nice pull-up jumper from the elbow. Again, Trenton Thomas showing why he was given some varsity rotation consideration. He was sick to begin the season, and I don't know if he's just regaining his strength, but he's really showing a lot tonight. But then the Sioux Falls Christian is able to come back with a three-pointer there by Mitchell Hofer. Hovden with just kind of a bounce pass where he just kind of left it for Thomas, but Thomas wasn't expecting it. Then Blanchette loses it to Jacob Humpall. Humpall up and misses it. But they're going to call a foul on Blanchette. And I've never understood it. They're going to call the foul on the shot, but it was definitely after the ball had left his hand, and I've always not understood that being considered on the shot. You know what I mean? Oh, shooter's touch there for Humpall makes it 23-16.
Yeah, well, I don't like any fouls, so I don't want to weigh in on that.
I get that. Checking out was Luke Van Leeuwen. Checking in for the first time, Landon Engbers. Oh, rebound. Oh, that is tough. Mitchell Hofer, 6'4", just towering over Blanchette, and Rohrig able to get the rebound, missed, and then got the offensive rebound again. Checking back in will be Daxton Christensen. He's at the scorer's table. Oh, and Blanchette left that short. Like you said, just almost like he has tired legs, and you never know. It's flu and cold season, so you never know who has what. Even if they're not missing school, they might just be tired too.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate to assume anything. It just seemed, normally he's really kind of out there and a go-getter, and he doesn't seem quite as on it yet.
Yeah. Nope, I agree. And there's another three-pointer for Mitchell Hofer, making it 28-16. All of a sudden, it's a 14-2 run for Sioux Falls Christian. Nice job by Hovden. A little floater up and cannot get it to fall. Rebound there by Dielman. So 2:38 to go here in this JV second quarter. Vermillion trails 28-16 on the Mesaba scoreboard. This is Tanager basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. As they get it to a cutting Engbers, who is unable to connect. Trenton Thomas with the rebound, and he is going to be fouled by Engbers. Are there still Embers restaurants?
Embers
restaurants? You've heard of Embers.
I don't think I have.
Wow.
What kind of restaurant was this?
It was like a family style. It was kind of like a Denny's.
Oh, okay.
Embers. You can look them up. But I haven't heard of them for a while, so I don't know if there's still Embers restaurants around. Daxton Christensen in for Grant Rohrig. Blanchette with the ball, guarded by Cooper Strand. And Strand with the reach-in foul. And you could hear the crowd there. Sioux Falls Christian disagrees. I think that's just a given in basketball. I think if you're a hometown fan or a fan of your team, you disagree with foul calls.
Right.
So here's Hovden driving in, left to right, gets it down low to Blanchette, but through his hands as he was in the paint. He was open down there. So 2:02 to go. Vermillion leads 28-16. And again, we're in for seeing some of the best players that Vermillion has seen all season. Griffin Goodberry, the reigning Gatorade Player of the Year in the state of South Dakota. His brother Cooper. Cole Snyder, one of the best football players in the state of South Dakota. And they're going to call a foul. And again, you could hear the tisk. Katie disagrees. That's going to be on Daxton Christensen. I did not see anything. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you were an official, there would only be like 2 fouls called the entire game, wouldn't there?
No, that's not necessarily true.
Hovden goes up with the right hand after the steal, up and in. Breaks that run for Sioux Falls Christian. Cuts that lead to 10. So nice job by Tyson Hovden. Hovden doing a nice job this year. He is a 5'7" freshman guard. Boy, you'd love to see if he could get a couple of inches. If he could get up to 5'10", 5'11", could be a really solid player. Boy, Blanchette got caught and couldn't get it. But nice job by Orr on the rebound, and Dielman with the foul. So Orr gets the putback, going for the old-fashioned three-point play. Makes it 28-20. So what was a 12-point deficit down to 8. Henry Orr looking to cut that down to 7. And Henry Orr is now 2 for 3 from the line. Makes it 28-21. Van Leeuwen unable to connect there. Daxton Christensen with the rebound gets it to Trenton Thomas. So Vermillion looking to cut that lead yet again. Here's Hovden. He'll pull back for the three. Yes, nothing but net for Tyson Hovden. Makes it 28-24 with less than a minute to go here in the second. So nice job by the Tanagers to weather that storm and now to come back. So here's Dealman, guarded by Orr. Orr doing a nice job on Dealman. Boy, no foul called there. I was surprised. I thought they might call it on Orr, but Orr had good position. But Dealman's able to go in and make that. That's going to be just offline. 30-24, 34 seconds to go. Shot clock and game clock are pretty much the same. And Sioux Falls Christian goes in, and that is going to be a foul on Mitchell Hofer as he went over the back for the rebound. And I believe is that going to be the fifth team foul? No, that'll just be the fourth. No, that is the fifth, so that should be free throws. Yes. I am not a smart man, but I kind of figured that should have been free throws, so excellent.
I haven't seen much of the over-the-back called recently because I would have called it multiple times in these different games.
Well,
and I notice they don't call it as much.
And technically over-the-back isn't a foul, but it's been what's known as. And so I don't know if there was some body contact as he went up, but Trenton Thomas hits that free throw. I think that gives him 9 points on the game. 30-25 here in the first half. 30-26, 28 seconds to go. If this JV matchup, Vermillion doing a nice job of sticking with Sioux Falls Christian. As Van Loon gets it out to Mitchell Hofer. Gets it to
nice.
Judas Prinz. And that's going to be Jackson Christensen. He's going to have that knocked out of bounds with 14 and a half seconds to go. So Jude Prinz loses the ball. Checking in will be Luke Van Leeuwen, the 6'2 sophomore guard. As Trenton Thomas will inbound with 14 and a half seconds. Enough time to get your offense set up. Here's Tyson Hovden, brings it back around top. Both Hovden and Blanchette really good ball handlers. So is Trenton Thomas. So here's Blanchette. He'll take the three. And just left it short. But Hovden with the rebound and the putback, unable to connect from the elbow. And that's the way this first half will end. 30-26 on the Masaba scoreboard. Vermillion trails. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. We'll be back with our Fast Auto Glass halftime show after these messages from our...
Are you ready to start a career with an exciting team? Thermobond is looking to add to our team of experts. We offer competitive wages, a positive work environment, and on-the-job training. Thermobond is headquartered in Elk Point, South Dakota, and for over 30 years we've been providing lightweight and precast solutions for multiple industries nationwide. Check us out and see if you'd like to start a new career with us today.
Welcome to Runnings in Vermillion. Shop their great lineup of clothes for women. Names like Ariat and Carhartt for men. Boots and shoes and kids' clothing. Runnings has a large supply of animal food and accessories. Love the outdoors? See the selection of ammo, firearms, and fishing equipment. For everything you need, walk through the doors at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store, Vermillion.
I'm Blaine Olson, owner of Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. I grew up here, graduated here, and now have a business here. I'm proud to serve the community that has helped me live this dream. I have top-notch equipment, the latest in training, along with the work ethic and the desire to serve you. Should you need repairs in the future, please remember Blaine's Body Shop across from Polaris on the Highway 50 bypass in Vermillion.
Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Now online at blainesbodyshop.com.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher. We're part of the Fast Auto Glass halftime show. Michael Schumacher alongside Katie Crossway Luade and Regan Luade. And yes, you know what? We can give you a special shout out for Laura Weebelhaus, who is watching Ty Hovden play. Ty Hovden, we're big fans of Tyson. He is a freshman that I think is going to be a really good player. Like I said, especially if he can end up being even 5'10", 5'11". I mean, just a few inches here and there in basketball can make such a difference. But boy, he has some great handles. He has a great outside shot, dribble penetration to the elbow there. He He is a special player. I think he's going to be really good for these Tanagers. If you're a Yankton Bucks fan, I think he has the ability to be a lot like a Drew Reichen or a Mac Reichen or a Rugby Reichen, kind of in that realm, and somebody that could play at the next level, especially maybe at the NAIA, but depending on height, I think he could be a really special player for the Tanagers here in the future, along with Spencer Blanchette. Spencer is just a sophomore. Trenton Thomas is a junior. So you look at some of these players. Henry Orr, just a sophomore. So you're seeing a lot of talent out here on the JV level that I think Vermillion's going to be looking to the future. And I think the future is pretty bright. Now, what you would love to see, we'd love to see one of these kids grow up to be 6'7", 6'8". You know, height is hard to replicate, and height is hard to defend sometimes. So having that one big person can be good. So hopefully Vermillion can get just somebody with some height. But Yankton 2 years ago with the Fightin' Reichens showed you don't need height to win a state championship, even at the AA level. So I think Coach Drake can take a lot of this talent. Grant Rohrig, I didn't even mention Grant, but Grant's a 6'1" sophomore, plays with a lot of heart as well. So I'm excited for what the Tanagers have coming up. But yes, if you want us to give somebody a shout out, you just put it in the stream and we will. So shout out to Laura Weebelhaus, watching her nephew Ty Hovden play. That's what these streams are for. Radio is great, but if you love watching them and you can sit down and watch them, we definitely enjoy you coming and joining us. So about 50 seconds here. Again, this has been a Fast Autoglass halftime show. Fast Autoglass in Vermillion, our sponsor of our halftime show. We want to thank all of our sponsors. Murph's Appliance for timeouts. We want to thank... and it's more difficult in basketball to do replays just because the action is so fast. But Pied Piper in Vermillion, the replay sponsor. Pied Piper celebrating their first year of a business in Vermillion, longtime business in Yankton. With Valentine's Day coming up, no better place than Pied Piper to find your gifts, especially if you don't want to be in the doghouse. And I've learned that. So I messed up somebody's birthday, so I got a lot of buying stuff to do. So,
as long as you're learning.
I am learning. So the final seconds tick down at the end of our Fast Autoglass halftime show. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. On the Mesaba scoreboard, 30-26. Vermillion was down by as many as 12 at one point, 28-16. So doing a nice job of reeling that back in. So we'll see if they can keep it up this half. All right. Katie, what do you expect to see this half?
Well, I expect Sioux Falls Christian to keep trying to dish it in low to their tall guy. And just like that, I'm hoping Vermillion can kind of stop him and get in there with their quickness. And
that is the one thing, if you're 6'9", 6'8", 6'10", and somebody 5'7", 5'8", 5'9", it's hard for you to account for their speed and quickness down there. But that's the advantage you have is easier defensive rebounds. So Vermillion unable to connect there, but Hovden had a nice steal off of Dieleman. That shot no good. Rebound there, though, by Luke Van Leeuwen. Back up and in, 32-26. Hovden gets the ball across midcourt. He's at the elbow, picks up the dribble, gets it to Blanchette. Blanchette drives in, gets it out to Thomas. Thomas drives in, up and under. Nice job by Trenton Thomas. Again, I hope I'm not belaboring the point, but he's been struggling for a while just out there. This is the Trenton Thomas I saw last year. So excited to see that from a Tanager fan's perspective. Ooh, Blanchette almost had a steal there. Cooper Strand with the ball. Kicks it back out, and no good, the three-point attempt, but Dieleman is able to connect on the rebound as Mitchell Hofer missed the shot. But Sioux Falls Christian coach wants a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. Brought to you by Murph's Appliance. Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. 34-28, Vermillion trails with 5:25 to go in the third quarter. We'll be back. Tanager Basketball brought to you by
Midwest Ready Mix and Clark's Rentals are your locally owned and operated ready mix and rental companies available in both Yankton and Vermillion. The Oshkosh front discharge mixers allow for easy placement of concrete, and they're nearly unstoppable. More of a do-it-yourself fan? You can also get all your hand tools, mini excavators, skid steers, aerial lift equipment, and more for any job you need to get done. Choose Midwest Ready Mix and Clark's Rentals as your concrete and rental equipment headquarters of Yankton and Vermillion.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Katie and Regan Luaday. With 5:25 to go in the third quarter of the JV matchup, Vermillion trails 34-28. Grant Rohrig gets the ball into Spencer Blanchette. Back to Grant Rohrig. Back over to Blanchette. They do get the ball across the timeline with about 3 seconds to spare. Blanchette pull-up jumper from the side. He cannot get a shot to drop. That was a nice shot, a nice dribble drive. Just, he is just not having the luck tonight. So 2 minutes into this third quarter, 34-28. They do hit a cutting Cooper Strand, and they're going to call a foul on Trenton Thomas. So that'll be the first team foul of the quarter. Also, if anybody out there on the stream has recommendations for restaurants for tomorrow night in Vermillion, where do you think we should go? Type it on in there. And that shot is short there by Strand. Rebound by Blanchette. Blanchette gets it across midcourt. Gets it over to Hovden. Back to Blanchette. That's the second time they've tried to do that kind of casual exchange.
Yeah.
And so you have to wonder if the coach is going to say something there. Nice job by... Rohrig was unable to get the shot to fall, but there is a foul called on Mitchell Hofer. Man, if that could have dropped, that would have been really, really nice. So 34-28, 4:38 to go in the third quarter. Grant Rohrig will go to the line to shoot two. First free throw is short. And when we get to that varsity game, like I said, Sioux Falls Christian has a lot of talent, not just seniors. Everyone knows Griffin Goodberry, but the rest of the talent on that squad, and he misses both ends of that of the free throws, unfortunately. There's a lot of talent in this Sioux Falls Christian team. So, we're in for a treat just seeing some really high-quality basketball, and so I hope we have some Sioux Falls Christian fans tuning in as well. And here's Dielman down low, gets it back out to Mitchell Hofer. Hofer to Cooper Strand. Blanchette doing a nice job of staying on Strand, though. Here's Hofer. Over to Strand, 5 seconds on the shot clock. They get it into Dielman. Dielman, down low with the dunk. Dunks are hard to defend.
They are.
That's just one of those things. So 36-28. 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Here's Hovden. Over to Blanchette. Blanchette for three.
Man.
Just off. Here's Cooper Strand driving all the way in.
Jeez.
And they're going to call a blocking foul on Grant Rohrig. I thought Grant was fairly established. And I thought Cooper didn't have full control, and so between those two things, I thought they might call an offensive foul, but they didn't. And it looks like they might be pulling Spencer Blanchette. Cooper Strand hits the first one. Christensen. They're pulling Grant Rohrig. Daxton Christensen comes in. Grant Rohrig comes out. Spencer Blanchette was just getting some instruction from the sidelines. Cooper Strand, second free throw up, and that one is off. Nice rebound there by Trenton Thomas. So 37-28. A 9-point lead for Sioux Falls Christian. Blanchette drives into the paint, kicks it out to Hovden. Hovden for three. That is off the side as well. Off the back iron, I should say. So here's Cooper Strand. They get the ball across midcourt. And these guys have better body control than I do. I couldn't get that close to center court and not step over. Dielman up with the right hand and cannot get it to drop. Another rebound for Trenton Thomas. So out there right now for Vermillion, Tyson Hovden, Daxton Christensen, Spencer Blanchette, Henry Orr, and Trenton Thomas. Blanchette gets it off to Orr, over to Hovden. Hovden thought about pulling up from the elbow. Here's Christensen over to Trenton Thomas. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Daxton Christensen unable to connect. Rebound there by Dielman. And I need to be fair. I think Daxton probably did take a step before he dribbled. You could hear the crowd kind of say, hey, but I'm okay with them not calling it. I'm okay with them not calling it either way. I always think that if you allow people to gather in 3 steps when they catch the ball, you really tell me you can't take half a step before dribbling after you've already established a position? That's always bothered me. So Cooper Strand on the foul by Tyson Hovden misses the first free throw. Checking in is number 23. Boy, the only 23 I have is Britton Mulder on the varsity team, and I don't think that's Britton Mulder because he's a pretty established varsity player, so I'm not sure if that's a different 23 or not. I do apologize. If it's Britton, I'm sorry. Nice three-pointer for Tyson Hovden, though. Got that to rattle in. 38-31. Vermillion hanging with. And if you're watching the stream, you can see Brooke Jensen out there. She has girls just got done with practice. They have their practice jerseys on. Cooper Strand. Ooh, gets it out to Jude Prinz. Prinz for 3, no good. Rebound there by number 23. I always hate that because I really don't think it's Britton Mulder. But I mean, I guess it could be. I don't know. I just think he's too established in varsity for him to be playing JV. But maybe. So here's Tyson Hovden. Hovden, it's 38-31. He'll drive in, scoops it up, and that is blocked by Dielman. Here's Dielman over to Cooper Strand. Blanchette there for the defense right away. Strand will pull back on 3, and he will make it. 41-31, a 10-point lead for Sioux Falls Christian here in the third quarter of this JV matchup. 1:07 to go. Again, I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Katie and Reagan Luaday. That three-point attempt by Hovden a little bit too strong. Rebound there by Jude Prinz. Dielman backing down Henry Orr up with the right hand. No good. Rebound there by Spencer Blanchette. Again, on the Masaba scoreboard, Vermillion trails 41-31 with 45 seconds to go. Tanager basketball is brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Bryce Wassner with the rebound. That three-point attempt, no good. Rebound there by Henry Orr. So with 30 seconds to go, shot clock off here in the third quarter. Blanchette has the ball at midcourt, back and forth with Tyson Hovden. Vermillion playing, obviously, for the last shot. 9 seconds to go. Blanchette drives in, pulls back, and that is tipped. Rebound there by Dielman. 3, 2. Oh, and they're going to call a foul on Blanchette. Actually, it's an okay foul, though, because now they have to inbound with 2 seconds, but you hate to see it called. So checking in is Mitchell Hofer. He'll check in for Jude Prinz. I'm looking up this Tanagers basketball records banner. Oh, and a 30-second timeout taken by Sioux Falls Christian. We'll take one as well. Brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
With 2.1 seconds, we are back to go here in the third quarter. Tanager basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. That timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance. Sioux Falls Christian to inbounds. They get it into Dielman. Over to Strand. Strand for 3. Just offline. So that's the way the third quarter will end. Vermillion trailing 41-31 31 on the Mesaba scoreboard. We'll be back with more with the fourth quarter and then our Carlson's Body Shop pregame show after this on Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on ESPN Radio.
Starting the first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you got to call Kaylin's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
You know, they put on the little booties over their shoes. They had canvas from the garage door all the way.
Very well. I would recommend Kaylin's to anyone.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. And Sioux Falls Christian scores first with just 10 seconds in, making it 43-31. We were just talking during the break how if Vermillion can just start getting some shots to fall, it's just they're not able to work it inside with that size advantage from Sioux Falls Christian. But just with some of those outside shots not falling, it makes it so tough. And a nice job by Henry Orr to muscle that up, make it 43-33, and get fouled by Ryan Dielman. Oh, Cooper Strand. Okay, I guess they're calling it on number 2, not 42. But
I think that was an oopsie.
I think that was an error. And he does hit the free throw, so nice job by Henry Orr again. If you're a Tanager fan, you've got to be really encouraged by some of the play of Henry Orr, Trenton Thomas, Blanchette. Blanchette's just having an off night. I mean, that's the whole thing with Spencer. We know what he can do.
He had a great night the other night.
He did. And then Tyson Hovden, Grant Rohrig, just a steady force out there. Daxton Christensen. So the future is pretty bright for Tanager basketball as they get it inbound to Ryan Dielman, and he just uses his 6'8" frame and the wingspan to get that up. 45-34, Vermillion trails on the Mesaba scoreboard. Sioux Falls Christian with the trap, get it to Grant Rohrig, man. Perilously close to that midcourt line, though. Christensen back to Rohrig. He'll take the three. Oh, just short, but rebound Christensen. Tries to drive, moves just a little too quickly, lost the ball for a second. Here's Trenton Thomas. Thomas with the pull-up jumper, nothing
with
but
pressure.
Net. Yeah, with a man in his face. Oh, and Vermillion's going to take a timeout, so we'll take a timeout as well. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance. It's a quick 30-second timeout.
Fuller Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Tanager basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank, coming out of that Murph's Appliance timeout. We were just talking in the break that Trenton Thomas made that shot look easy. And that a shot under pressure like that is not as easy as some players can make it look, is it?
Right. He's had a few of them that were under good pressure like that, so impressive.
So, I mean, I know they're down 9 with 5:20 to go, down 12. After that shot by Cooper Strand. But if you're a Tanager fan, you have to like what you're seeing. Like I said, 1 6'8" player would be great, though. But here's Hovden down to Orr. Orr goes up, and boy, Dielman's just, it's that 6 foot height difference.
You know, I want to tell him to keep shoving it in there and try and get some fouls, drawn on there, but you just can't with that size difference because he can just all ball stop you.
Because he doesn't need to leave his feet. That's the whole thing. When he's 6'8" and he has that wingspan difference, he doesn't need to leave his feet. So you're not if it were just a couple inches, you could, but yeah, it just makes it tough.
Yeah.
So 48-36, Vermillion trails. Christensen with the ball, gets it to a cutting Hovden. Hovden gets it to Orr, knocked away, so it ends up in the hands of Orr. Back in the down on the block. Orr kicks it out to Trenton Thomas. Thomas will take that long three, and he will drain it. That's the Trenton Thomas I've been hoping to see all season. 48-39, 9-point deficit for Vermillion. That three-point attempt by Jacob Humpall, no good. Rebound, though, for Sioux Falls Christian, Mitchell Hofer. Did you think there should have been a foul?
I did.
See, and I'm just going to tell you, folks, if Katie thought there should have been a foul, I'm going to go with it because she's really anti-calling fouls, no matter who it is. So here's Christensen over to Hovden. Hovden kicks it out to Rorig. Trenton thought about taking that one, but that was from the spike line in volleyball. Or with the little putback, nice job. Nice job by Thomas to see the opening, and nice job by Orr to get it to drop.
Orr's kind of hobbling there like he tweaked a...
Oh, he is, isn't he? Yeah, dang it. Cooper Strand up, no good, but Dealman with the putback, but no good, but rebound Strand up and good. And that's the whole thing. You know, you get enough second chances, and by saying that, again, I'm just saying they have a size advantage. Mm-hmm. And we're talking a lot about Vermillion just because those are the players we're familiar with. That is nothing to take anything away from the Sioux Falls Christian team. They are really good. They're solid players who attack the basket, follow shots. That's why they're in position for rebounds and stuff like that. So hopefully nobody thinks us talking about Vermillion is dissing Sioux Falls Christian in any way.
Oh, absolutely not.
Oh, and there's a nice three-pointer by Mitchell Hofer. He's a good player as well. Hofer, just a sophomore, 6'4". He's looking really good as well. Wonder if he's one of those players that you could see being a star for a couple of years too. Here's Tyson Hovden. Hovden into the paint. Oh, and he's got to get out. Here's Orr. Out to Rorig. Rorig hits a cutting Thomas, but that is out of bounds off of Sioux Falls Christian. And you don't see the 3 seconds called. I think some officials still are focused on it, some less so. You don't see it called nearly as much as you used to.
No, I agree. I think it just depends on the official. It seems like some nights we see a little more than others, but in general, they haven't been calling as much.
Yeah. And I never thought it was fair. It took me 3 seconds just to get across the lane. That was running. Thomas with another three-pointer. I mean, I just thought it was, unfair to slow, chubby people. Here's Cooper Strand. Gets the ball over to Luke Van Leeuwen. Dealman down low, driving on Orr. And I'm just going to say, and Orr is really hurt. Orr is really hurt.
Well, I think he was hurt before, and I think then falling down, tweaked it a little more. Almost
looks like it might be a cramp, the way he's kind of rubbing up and down on his legs. So I tell you what, we're going to take a quick timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance as they're stretching out. Amy Richardson out there to stretch out Henry. We'll be back right after this timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermillion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. So they stretched out Henry a little bit. He walks off, and Vermillion will inbound with 1:46 to go. 57-44 here in the JV matchup, as that is a steal for Sioux Falls Christian. Luke Van Leeuwen up and in. Trenton Thomas for three, and boy, he's going to drain it. 59-47. with 1:23 to go for Sioux Falls Christian. And for the varsity matchup, we will have our regular scoreboard up. It's a little more clear than the one that Huddle provides. And there is a cutting Cooper Strand and a coach for Sioux Falls Christian. They want to take a timeout as they're getting their reserves in. Checking in for Sioux Falls Christian, Jude Prins, Bryce Wassner, Titus Van Donkersgood, Landon Engbers, and number 23. I'm going to say Britton Mulder, but he's a 6'2 senior guard. I don't think it is, but it could be. Christensen up with the right hand, no good. Rebound into the hands of Cameron Bottleson. Bottleson to Rohrig. Rohrig, pull up, jumper in the lane, no good. Rebound there to Bryce Wassner. .33 seconds to go, about 6-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Rebound there on the miss by Trenton Thomas as they get the ball ahead to Hovden. Hovden back to Thomas. Thomas will take the long three. Not make it with 21 seconds to go. As we can see the varsity team down here for the Tanagers below us. Nice job by Daxton Christensen. Knocks that back into the backcourt with 10 seconds to go. As they get it into Wassner. And there's a little putback, turnaround jumper for Titus Van Donkersgood. And that is the way the game will end. As a lot of great players there for Sioux Falls Christian. I think pretty much everybody on the list got in. I think the only name I didn't see out there, and if I missed him, I apologize, was Hayden Gorsuch. So Hayden, I'm giving you a shout out too. But nice job. 63-47, Vermillion falls to Sioux Falls Christian in JV. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have our interview with Mike Scouten of the Sioux Falls Christian.
Slumberland Furniture in Yankton, the place to shop for your next new mattress. Find brands like Stearns & Foster, Nectar, and the hottest selling mattress, Purple, measured for your comfort and a dream-laden night's sleep. There's the new Adapt by Tempur-Pedic as well. Slumberland Furniture has Flex Steel furniture too, comfy and classy. That's Slumberland Furniture, 2401 Broadway, Yankton. Todd's Electric, your full-service electrical contracting company. Todd's Electric services residential, commercial, agricultural, and industrial customers. From the simplest service call to the most complex design build project, Todd's Electric has the expertise to do it right. Call Todd's Electric for all your electrical needs. Todd's Electric, helping you control all things electric. Except for lightning. Todd's Electric. Go Tanagers!
Welcome back to our coaches' conversation on the Carlson's Body Shop pregame show as we are getting ready to bring you Sioux Falls Christian Chargers, top-ranked and undefeated against the Vermillion Tanagers in boys basketball action. And as part of that coaches' conversation, we have head coach for Sioux Falls Christian, Mike Scouten, with us. Coach, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Michael. Thank you.
Well, we're in the middle. We are really in the midst of basketball season. Pretty much everyone's about halfway through on either end of that midway point. How are you feeling about the season so far? You have a lot to be happy about, but obviously coaches always see those little things that us people on the outside don't. So how are you feeling right now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with where we're at, obviously. We've, off to a good start, but as you kind of alluded to, there's things we can get better at. So we're still not the finished product yet, I hope. So we're continuing to work on things we feel we have to get better at. But overall, the season's gone very well. I've been very happy.
All right. Well, and a lot of it, a lot of your team's attention is generated, you hate to say generated by one player, but there is a player that obviously the state knows about. Gatorade Player of the Year, Griffin Goodberry, going D1. But you guys are much more than that. And so let's just accept what Griffin is and kind of talk about some of the other players that provide the depth and the breadth of this team.
Yeah, we feel we've got a really deep team this year to go along with Griff. Some of his senior classmates, Cole Snyder, Britton Mulder, Bennett Wassner, Juven Donker's good. They're having a really good year as well. They're all contributing. They're doing things positively on the court to help us win games. Then we're getting some good contributions too from some of our juniors, Cooper, Goodberry, Carson Nichols, and then sophomore Brant Wassner is also having a good year. So our right now our top 8 guys are doing really well. They're having a really good year. They all do things that help us win. They're not all the same, but they all have aspects of their game that help you win ball games. And so as a unit, we've been very pleased with how they're performing.
Well, and you guys have not shied away from tough competition. You guys have taken on some of the best in the state so far. You've had some close ones, which actually probably isn't the worst thing in the world. Sometimes great teams just need to learn how to win in those close ones, because not every night you're going to go out there and all your shots are going to drop. And sometimes you're going to go out there and your opponent will be able to shoot lights out. How important have some of those close games been for you guys?
Really important, and that's really why we schedule them, to provide opportunities to test us, to see where we're at. And we've had those close games, and we've been behind, and they've had to come back. And so those are all just really positive things for us, and things that hopefully will help us get better as the season progresses. So we like playing that challenging schedule because we feel it makes us better.
And that challenge continues on against Vermillion. Both of you coming off big wins. You guys defeated Rapid City Christian your last time out. Vermillion with a really decisive, complete team victory over EPJ. What does Vermillion bring to the table that maybe presents some opportunities for you, but maybe also poses some challenges for your squad?
Yeah, I feel I probably focus more on the challenges than the other things. They always play great defense, and I've always been impressed with how hard Coach Drake gets his kids to play. And and they've got some kids who can shoot the ball as well. So they're going to be a handful, I feel, for us. And again, just another good challenge for us. It's a conference game, so it's kind of a big deal. And like I said, we like playing those challenging games, and Vermillion will definitely bring that to us tomorrow night.
Well, and, conference game, a region matchup, and, I've said it all season long, Region 4A, it's almost like a little mini state tournament. You can look up and down, and you can see, obviously, 2, 3, 4 teams that could easily say, yeah, we should be at the state tournament, could be good enough to be at the state tournament, yet only 2 are going to come out of that. How important is that just to maybe even secure that home game during the regions?
Yeah, that's kind of what we're striving to do. As you said, Region 4 is pretty tough, and as you mentioned, only 2 get to come out. So you got to play good ball during that region tournament, and being able to host, hopefully, would be an advantage for the teams that get to. But knowing that, we know that whoever we play, it's going to be tough to get out of that region.
All right. Well, Coach, I know you're busy. Thank you so much for carving out some time for me. Really appreciate it. Just want to say travel safely. Best of luck against the Tanagers, but best of luck with the rest of your season. It's great to see such high-quality basketball being played in the state. So thank you for everything you're doing.
Oh, you bet. Thanks a lot, Michael. I appreciate it.
All right. Have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
That was Coach Mike Scouten of the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers, the top-ranked team. A lot of people think they might be the top team in the state regardless of class. They did beat O'Gorman earlier this season. O'Gorman, one of the top 5 ranked teams in Class AA. So there's something to be said for that. They're coming off that big win over Rapid City Christian, handing Rapid City Christian their first loss of the season. They are one of 2 losses for Hamlin, one of 2 losses for West Central, one of O'Gorman's 2 losses, and one of Lennox's 2 losses. So this is going to be a tough challenge tonight, but we're going to talk with Coach Drake on the other side of this break, and we'll see what Vermillion might have up their sleeve. This is all part of the Carlson's Body Shop pregame show, and this is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on ESPN Radio and Vermillion streaming on YouTube.
Wanting a specialist without leaving town? We've got you covered. Our clinic offers specialists for the health and wellness of your family, from pediatricians to OBGYNs, plus primary care. You can find it all at Vermillion Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home.
If you're looking for the perfect fit, Vermillion Vision Care Associates fits like the right pair of glasses. Vision Care Associates has its roots in family eye care, and the doctors are well known for being primary eye care providers. With the ability to treat and diagnose a variety of settings, Vermillion Vision Care Associates is the right fit for you. Plus, they can fit you into a new pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contacts that feel just right. With continuing education, see the best doctors at Vermillion Vision Care Associates.
Welcome back to our coaches conversation, and on the line we have the head coach of the Vermillion Tanagers, Jay Drake. Coach, how you doing today?
Good. Good time of year. Obviously, getting towards the end of January, and finished out the first half of our regular season the other night with EPJ, and now get to start the second half of this regular season.
Well, and ended the first half on a really nice note. Probably the most, I think, complete game, whether you're looking at scoring distribution, distributing the ball, defensively. It just felt like you guys, sometimes in high school, coming off maybe a deflating loss against Lennox, sometimes high school, you see players come out flat or teams come out flat. You guys came out with your hair on fire. It felt like you guys were ready to take control from the beginning. Did you feel that as the coach, that your players were laser focused in?
Yeah, nice bounce back game for us, obviously, and kind of like you said, nice to see how our guys responded. I thought they did it in a positive way, and the big thing was, it really started on the defensive end of the floor. To have EPJ at 11 points at halftime and to hold them to 25 for the game is huge. And then we scored some points. Obviously, we still didn't shoot an extremely high percentage. I think we were like 22 of 56 for around 40% from the field for the game. But we had nice balance. The ball's moving nice. I thought we had good spacing on the offensive end. So after the Lennox game last week, to be able to come back and play a conference and region rival from right down the road and just have a good all-around performance, get some guys in the basketball game, it was a good bounce back for us.
Well, it really is. And now you guys tip off the second half of the season with one of the teams that are one of the top teams in Class A, if not all classes in South Dakota. And they're more than Griffin Goodberry's the name everyone knows, but they're more than just Griffin Goodberry. Sioux Falls Christian comes into the Birdcage. What's your mindset as a team? What do you need to? What are the first 2 or 3 things that you think as a team you need to be able to do to have some success against these Chargers?
Yeah, huge challenge for us. You kind of said it. In my opinion, they're the best team in South Dakota, regardless of classes. Just a really good basketball team, and they're deep, they're long, they're athletic, they're very skilled. And, anytime, the Nichols kid is kind of like their 7th, 8th guy that comes off the bench, and he was getting Division II as a junior, but getting Division II offers. And it's a team loaded with college athletes. The Goodberry kid, like you said, going to SCSU. The Wasner kid, who's a sophomore, he'll be a Division I player. The Snyder kid been playing for a few years, playing college football. Mulder going to be playing, I think, some NAIA basketball. Younger Goodberry will be playing college basketball. So just athletes all over the place. So it's a huge challenge for us. They moved into our region this year as well, which makes things a little bit more difficult. But anytime you're playing a team like that, the big thing is they can score points in a hurry. You got to try to kind of control the pace of the game. They're so dangerous because they got 7-8 guys that can all put the basketball on the floor and attack off the dribble, but they can all shoot threes. They move the ball well, and they're so explosive that they can go in runs in a hurry. And sometimes you feel like you're playing well against a team like that, and before you know it, they go on a quick 12-2 run, or a quarter later, maybe a quick 8-0 run, and before you know it, you just look at 2 key runs in a game, and that's about a 20-point difference right there. So you got to try to limit their runs. Like anything, we're going to have to shoot the ball extremely well. We're going to have to take care of the basketball. They're very good defensively, too, and we can't have costly turnovers that are leading to easy points in transition, because that's how they get those runs going, too. So, and with all that said, some nights against a team like that, you got to have them miss some shots as well. You got to catch some breaks here and there, and if you can do that, hopefully you can hang around the basketball game and give yourself a chance in the fourth quarter.
And now, when it comes to your team, I just want to talk about, we talk about kind of the seniors and the captains, Landon Cerny and Trey Hansen and Carter Hansen, Trey being a junior but being a captain. Kind of the wild cards coming in out of the starters were Luke Jensen and Gabe Larson, and Luke's been steady from the beginning, averaging double figures, almost about 14, 15 a game. But maybe talk about Gabe Larson, just how he has been able to elevate his game and what that has meant to your rotation.
Yeah, it's been huge. I think as the years gone on, you can see that he's a kid that we've had in our program here now in the last few years, and he battled through some injuries his freshman year, playing some C basketball. Last year, took it kind of the next step up and playing JV for us. But always been a kid that he's a skilled basketball player. He puts a lot of time in the off season. He's gotten stronger, obviously, in the weight room. And has really done a good job on both ends of the floor. I think early on in the year he was struggling shooting the basketball a little bit, but some of that, and we knew as a coaching staff, is you just need to have one of those games where you have a couple shots go down. It kind of relaxes you, gives you a little bit more confidence. So it was a matter of time. But he's really been good for us on the defensive end from the get-go. Just solid, strong kid. Knows where he needs to be defensively within our team defensive concepts. And so now in the last couple weeks, for him to kind of picked it up offensively as well, knocking some key shots down for us, and you can just see his confidence growing. And, like anything, with all our players, we always say, as if we improve as individuals throughout the year, across the board, our team's going to improve. And if we continue to get individual consistency, our team will continue to be consistent as well. And Gabe's kind of a prime example for that.
All right. Well, Coach, I've taken up enough of your time. I know you're busy, but thank you so much, as always, for making yourself available for these conversations. Really appreciate it. Looking forward to being in the Birdcage, seeing this big-time matchup. Boys only, so it should be fun. People get there early for the game, but I think it's going to be quite the atmosphere. But as always, thank you, and have yourself a great day, and best of luck.
All right. Thanks a lot, Michael.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye.
That was Coach Jay Drake of the Vermillion Tanagers here on our Carlson's Body Shop pregame show as we get ready to bring you the Sioux Falls Chargers and the Vermillion Tanagers. Coming up next, we have the tip and the starting lineups brought to you by Central Farmers Cooperative. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home for your family, you want to sell your existing home, or you're a student looking to rent an apartment, Dakota Realty and Property Management can fit your needs. Being locally owned and with over 150 years of combined experience, they are the experts at helping you find your new home. Go to Dakota Realty and Property Management because they like what they do. Dakota Realty is a proud supporter of Vermillion Athletics. Dakota Realty and Property Management, located at 125 East Cherry Street, Vermillion.
Remember the Perks card from Pump and Pack? Well, guess what? There's an addition, not just a card, it's an app. The Pump and Perks app and the Pump and Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermillion. Just go to their Facebook page, Pump and Pack, and scan the QR code and you're in. Or go to the store, Pump and Pack, and get the card. Then download the app. Each one does the same thing. Like give you 5 cents off per gallon every day, except for Sunday, it's doubled with the Perks card from Pump and Pack, Vermillion.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer. Murph's Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
In a situation like this, the first thing you do, of course, is make sure everybody's okay. And then you're thinking, you better call your insurance person. No, just call Justin. At Vermillion Auto Works, you see Justin handles all the insurance claims and gives free quotes. Not everybody does the free quote thing anymore, you know. So call Justin at Vermillion Auto Works. He'll take care of the situation. Carrying WeatherTech, Rough Country, and Tuxedo. Vermillion Auto Works.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. As part of our Carlson's Body Shop pregame show, I'm Michael Schumacher, alongside Katie Crossway-Luade, the Sioux Falls, Washington Warriors legend, and her daughter Reagan. And speaking of the Sioux Falls, Washington Warriors, let's look at Class AA girls basketball for the most recent South Dakota Prep Media Poll on Monday. At the top with 18 first-place votes. And staying in first is O'Gorman. Tied for second is Brandon Valley at 8-1. And tied for second, looky there, Sioux Falls, Washington. Sioux Falls, Washington Warriors. They just haven't been the same since Katie graduated, but it's okay. Katie had the unfortunate timing of being in high school at the time of the Roosevelt dynasty. Is that correct?
That is correct.
When they weren't losing to anybody, not in South Dakota, not in the United States, when they'd go in national tournaments. So, talk about unfortunate timing. That would definitely be unfortunate. Rapid City Stevens in fourth at 9-1, and Aberdeen Central at 7-1 in fifth. Also receiving votes Spearfish and Mitchell. Next, let's take a look at Class A in girls, where there was a shakeup this week. Sioux Falls Christian on top with 16 first-place votes. Makpia Luta in second with 2 first-place votes, followed by Dakota Valley. Vermillion falling from second to fourth, and Hamlin staying in fifth. Elk Point Jefferson is receiving votes now. Since then, obviously, Vermillion did fall to EPJ, so expect EPJ to make a jump. I could see them moving up to fourth, maybe even third. And then in Class B girls, as we get ready here, Centerville on top with 17 first-place votes. Parkston in second with 1 first-place vote. Lyman in third. Now, Lyman's important because that's who Vermillion plays on Saturday in Irene, Wakanda at the Blizzard Buster Classic. Katie and I will be on site for that one, broadcasting on Vermillion, streaming on YouTube and ESPN Radio. Ethan is in fourth, and Harding County is in fifth. Also receiving votes, Sanborn Central Woonsocket, Coleman Egan, who I voted fifth, Del Rapids St. Mary, and Andy Central Lightning Bolt Dakota Christian, AC Lightning Bolt DC. And why is Andy Central Dakota Christian so important? Why do we talk about them?
Because of Linda Harvey Schumacher.
And who is Linda Harvey Schumacher? Who did she begat?
You, Mike.
Okay. And that is why she is Lake Andy's most famous alum. We are going to make it so. All right. Well, during halftime, we will go through the boys polls, but we will take a break here. We will keep it here as we get ready for the starting lineups. And the national anthem. Again, starting lineups brought to you by Central Farmers Cooperative. Central Farmers Cooperative serving the customers of this area for so many years for all of their ag needs. The Vermillion boys coming off a nice win at Elk Point Jefferson, 59-25. Really washed that taste out of their mouth following that Lennox loss back here at the Birdcage on January 16th. As we get ready for the starting lineups, they will start with the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers team, a team full of talent that will be playing at the next level, whether it's D1, D2, NAIA. A number of them will be playing. So I believe first we will have the national anthem, and you can see that on your screen. And just know we will always stop for the national anthem. That was the national anthem brought to you by the Vermillion High School Band, one of the best bands you're going to hear in the state of South Dakota, directed by Garrett Olson. First, the starters for the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers, the top-ranked and undefeated in Class A, considered by many to be the top team in all of South Dakota. Starting at guard, 6'5", junior, number 0, Cooper Goodberry. Goodberry averages 13.6 points, 5.6 rebounds, 2.2 assists, and 1.2 steals. At another guard, 6-foot senior, number 3, Cole Snyder, more known for his football prowess, but averaging 6 points per game, 2.1 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals. Then, number 22, the reigning Gatorade Player of the Year, 6'11" senior, Griffin Goodberry, averaging 18 points, 5.6 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and half a steal per game. Then in another guard, 6'2", senior Britton Mulder, number 23, and that was not the 23 that was at JV, so I told you. Averaging 8.9 points, 1.6 rebounds, 2.8 assists, and 1 steal. And then finally, 6'5", sophomore guard, number 35, Brant Wassner. Brant Wassner averaging 13.9 points, 4.9 rebounds, 3.3 assists, and 1.5 steals. Main reserves are Bennett Wassner averaging 5 points, Jude Van Donkersgood, 6'3", senior, averaging 2.5 points, and Carson Nichols, a 6'2", junior, averaging 6.1 points, 2 rebounds, and assist, and half a steal. So they have a rotation of about 8 players. A lot of those other players are the ones we are seeing starting on JV, so you know how good the first 8 have to be that we're not seeing them. So starting for the Tanagers, you have number 12, 6-foot senior guard Landon Cerny, averaging 7.1 points per game, 5.1 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal. Carter Hansen, number 24, 6'3", senior guard, 12.5 points, 6.1 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. Luke Jensen, number 30, a 6'5", sophomore forward, averaging 14.3 points, 4.1 rebounds, and 0.7 assists. Number 32, Gabe Larson, 6'1", junior, really showing himself the last few games, having a lot more confidence out there, averaging 6.3 points per game, 3.5 rebounds, 1.2 assists, and 1.2 steals. And Trey Hansen, a 6'4", junior guard, averaging 14 points, 5.3 rebounds, 3.1 assists, and 3.3 steals. 7-man rotation. Main players we'll see are Spencer Blanchette and Carson Preister. So again, Vermillion being outsized tonight. Tallest players are 6'5" and 6'4" for Vermillion, whereas Sioux Falls Christian has a 6'11" Griffin Goodberry, 6'5" Brant Wassner, and 6'5" Cooper Goodberry. So Vermillion in their white uniforms with red letters and black trim. Sioux Falls Christian in their blue uniforms, white letters and numbers, and a kind of a lighter blue trim that goes with it. Vermillion will be moving right to left. Sioux Falls Christian left to right, and Griffin Goodberry, shocker, wins the jump. They'll be moving left to right as they get the ball down here to Britton Mulder, up top to Branton Wassner, and here's Cole Snyder. Good ball movement for this Sioux Falls Christian Charger team, but nice job by Vermillion sticking with them. Here's Wassner, the 6'5 sophomore. Down low to Britton Mulder. Here's Griffin Goodberry. Goodberry with a wrapping and like a splint on his hands. There's a three-point shot attempt by Cooper Goodberry. No good. Rebound to Trey Hansen. Cerny out to Carter Hansen. Thought about the three. Didn't go for it. Here's Trey. He'll drive into the paint. Has it knocked away out of his hands by Cole Snyder, but that'll be knocked out of bounds by Sioux Falls Christian. So 7:10 to go. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Katie and Crossway Luade and her daughter Reagan. And here's Trey Hansen to inbound the ball. 19 seconds on the shot clock. They get it out to Landon Cerny. It's out to Gabe Larson. Carter's going to drive in, guarded there by Griffin Goodberry. Boy, that's going to be a tough night for Carter Hansen if he has to deal with that all night. Here's Landon Cerny. 7 seconds to go on the shot clock. Larson from the elbow. Jumper, no good. Rebound there by Sioux Falls Christian's Cole Snyder. As they push it up, here is Cooper Goodberry. Out to Britton Mulder for three, and he will drain it. Britton Mulder averages 8.9 points per game. Really hits that three to start things off. Make it 3-0 in favor of Sioux Falls Christian. So here's Carter Hansen driving in. Kicks it back out to Cerny. Boy, this defense by Sioux Falls Christian is pretty swarming, pretty man-to-man, and they are sticking to him. Here's Trey Hansen, 7 seconds to go. Drives into the paint, up with the left hand, up and in. Trey Hansen, if he's able to do that tonight, that'll keep Vermillion in this game. Here's Griffin Goodberry. Down low. Ooh, left it short. Rebound by Trey Hansen. Nice defense there. And there's a nice job by Cole Snyder to get that to steal up to Goodberry, and Goodberry makes that short one. Doesn't miss too many of those in a row. So 5-2 in favor of Sioux Falls Christian. Carter Hansen thought about the three again. There we go. Oh, Carter just off the back iron. Rebound, Luke Jensen, floater up and in for Luke Jensen. So Luke Jensen with a rebound and a putback. Nice job by Luke there. 5-4 with 5:22 to go. Goodberry Griffin will take that three, leave it short. Another rebound for Luke. As Trey Hansen tracks that down, drives in, spin move, up with the right hand, up and in for Trey Hansen. Nice move by Trey. And Vermillion has their first lead of the game at 6-5. I know it's early, but Vermillion not backing down from the Sioux Falls Christian team. Is that what you're seeing?
Yeah, and I think it's great. You know, I was worried about their confidence with the size difference, that they would get intimidated, but they're showing that they're in it to win it too. So
nice drive there by Cooper Goodberry, but he's able to get the rebound and the putback. Missed the first, but Goodberry has some good size and some good athleticism as well. So here is Carter Hansen. I think we're in for a good matchup tonight. I really do. Oh, there's a steal by Cole Snyder. Snyder's a good athlete. And that's going to be out of bounds. Okay. So 7-6 in favor of Sioux Falls Christian, but we're 3.5 minutes in, and Vermillion is sticking with them. They're not showing any signs of being overwhelmed. And with a team like Sioux Falls Christian, they've had some close games, but you have to think if you're a team that can show confidence and show that you're willing to stick with it, that could rattle them as well. So we'll see. So Cerny gets the ball into Carter Hansen. Hansen drives the right-hand side. Gets it down to Gabe Larson. Here's Carter driving the baseline. And, Carter stepped on the baseline, out of bounds. Turnover over to Sioux Falls Christian. But I was mentioning Griffin Goodberry has a splint or something, big splint on his left hand. I don't know if that affects his shot at all. I mean, it's not his shooting hand, but you know how it is for guiding a shot. There's a nice three-pointer by Cole Snyder. makes that a 10-6 lead for Sioux Falls Christian. Trey Hansen at the top of the key, directing traffic, drives in. Oh, and he does get the foul and the shot, and they'll count it. Nice job by Trey Hansen. Good body control, and that's going to be a foul on Cooper Goodberry. So first personal, first team. Checking in for Sioux Falls Christian, number 4, Jude Van Donkersgood, and number 24, Carson Nichols. Both, Nichols is a junior, and Van Donkersgood is a senior. So Trey Hansen's free throw is up and good. He now has 7 points already, makes it 10-9 in favor of in favor of Sioux Falls Christian. Halfway through this first quarter. Here's Griffin Goodberry, guarded by Luke Jensen, the tallest player out there for the Tanagers. And Goodberry just took it in. You can't fault Luke Jensen's defense there. He played him as well as he could.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot you can do in those situations there.
A 6-inch height difference with one of the most skilled players in South Dakota. And that's going to be a foul on Jude Van Donkersgood. That'll be Van Donkersgood's first personal, as Spencer Blanchette will check in for Gabe Larson. As Trey inbounds the ball to Trey Hansen. 3:24 to go, 12-9 lead for Sioux Falls Christian as Carter Hansen drives in the paint. Gets it out to Trey. Trey will drive in. Up and off the glass, no good. Rebound there by Brant Wassner. Wassner with a nice rebound, sky and high for that. 3 minutes to go in this first quarter on the Masaba scoreboard. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Cole Snyder up and under. Nice job by Cole. He now has 5 points on the night, making it 14-9 in favor of Sioux Falls Christian. That three-point attempt by Trey Hansen, no good. Griffin Goodberry with the rebound. Only averages 5.5. I was expecting to see a bigger number for him. And Carson Nichols goes in for the two-pointer, and that'll be a 30-second timeout by Vermillion. We'll take one as well. Brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Katie and Reagan.
Hey kids, it's never too early to start planning for your future. Did you know Masaba provides scholarships and tuition assistance? They are committed to your success, offering engineering, drafting, and welding opportunities, plus scholarships, job shadowing, and mentorship programs. Learn more at masabainc.com/career. When I grow up, I want to work at Masaba.
Masaba Manufacturing. Unlock your future and rock with us.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Katie and Reagan Luade. 2:35 to go on the Masaba scoreboard. Coming out of that Murph's Appliance timeout, Vermillion is trailing 16-9. They've shown themselves well, but the Sioux Falls Christian team is very talented. So here's Trey Hansen. Brings the ball down the left side of the lane, up and kicks it out to Cerny. Over to Carter. Carter caught just about the free throw line to a cutting Trey Hansen. Trey is going to be fouled on the shot, and who will that be on? They'll either call it on Van Donkersgood or on Wassner. And that is Jude Van Donkersgood's second personal, third team foul already for Sioux Falls Christian. First free throw for Trey is up and good. He now has 8 points on the night. So checking in is Cooper Goodberry. Checking out is Van Donkersgood. As Trey Hansen tries to hit the second free throw, and that rattles in and out. 16-10, Vermillion trails by 6 with 2:14 to go in this first quarter. Thank you for joining us on ESPN Radio and Vermillion streaming on YouTube. And they're going to call a foul on Gabe Larson, it looks like. Gabe Larson with his first personal. First team foul as he came back in for Spencer Blanchette during that timeout. They get it down low to Griffin Goodberry, and there just is
what do you do?
No defense for that. I mean, that's the whole thing. 6'11", the wingspan, the height, and the talent. And Carter thought Trey was going to move a different direction there, and so that pass goes out of bounds. And so that'll be a turnover to Sioux Falls Christian. Vermillion trails 18-10 with 1:51 to go here in the first quarter. Cooper Goodberry gets the ball back to Cole Snyder. Snyder, the senior, who will be playing football at the next level. Nice job by Carter Hansen, though. Carter with the steal. Gets it down low to Gabe Larson. Larson up, is not able to contain it, but does get a foul on Griffin Goodberry. That'll be Griffin's first personal. It's the fourth team, but it was on the shot, so Gabe Larson goes to the line to shoot two. First one will roll in for Gabe. So makes it 18-11. Gabe looking to get it back down to a 6-point deficit. That free throw is good. So Gabe Larson with 2 points now. All started because of the steal by Carter Hansen. Minute 35 to go, 18-12. Vermillion trails. And here's Brant Wassner, the sophomore. Gets it out to Cole Snyder. Snyder for three, no good. Rebound there by Trey Hansen. Carter Hansen in the paint. Pull-up jumper, good for Carter. Carter's in the books. Olsen back down to a 4-point lead with 1:10 to go in the first quarter. Coach Drake has to be very happy so far. You hate to be losing, but they are playing very well. And to get it down to Griffin Goodberry, again, I don't know that you could play better defense. That's the whole thing.
And you don't want to get in foul trouble and give away, easy points that way.
Exactly. And Gabe Larson.
We'll let them do that.
Exactly. And that'll be the 15th foul on them, as that foul is on Carson Nichols, his first personal. 15 as Gabe Larson will go to the line to shoot two. Larson's first free throw, nothing but net. He now has 3 points on the night, 20-15. So Britton Mulder checks in, Cole Snyder checks out. 46.9 seconds on the Mesaba scoreboard. This is Tanager basketball. Brought to you by First Dakota National Bank and Gabe Larson, 4 for 4 from the line. So a 4-point deficit. Boy, you'd love to see a stop here with a chance to get within one possession heading out of the first quarter. And here's Wassner, drives in, up with the right hand. Ooh, up and in. That is, he's already getting offers, and he is just a sophomore. And that is not Carson Preister that scored that. That was Brant Wassner. Hit the wrong 35 on that one. So 21 seconds to go. Vermillion will play for the final shot, trailing by 6 here in the first quarter. But, I don't know that there's anything out there that you say, oh, they should have done this or done that. Luke Jensen drives in, goes up, unable to finish, though. Gives Sioux Falls Christian 5 seconds. Nice steal by Trey Hansen. 3, 2, and he lays it in. Nice job by Trey Hansen to make it a 4-point deficit as they close out the first quarter. We're going to be back with the second quarter after this 1-minute timeout, brought to you by our Vermillion sportscasters on the Mesaba scoreboard. 22-18, Vermillion trails Sioux Falls Christian. We have ourselves a
game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
At Voyage Federal Credit Union, we believe in giving back to the community that supports us. That's why our employees make it a priority to volunteer their time and talents to make a difference. Whether it's improving local causes, fighting hunger, or supporting our local zoo, our team is dedicated to making a positive impact in the lives of those around us. We're more than just a financial institution. We're a part of the community, working together to make it a better place for everyone. Your community, your credit union. Voyage Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager basketball. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside the legend Katie Crossway and her daughter Reagan as Vermillion trails 22-18 as we head into the second quarter on the Mesaba scoreboard. That timeout was brought to you by Murph's Appliance. we were talking off air. I don't know that Coach Drake could ask too much more from his team. They are playing really well. Pull-up jumper for Trey Hansen, no good. Rebound there by Britton Mulder. Getting those rebounds is going to be very important, and that's Carson Nichols. Nichols is down low, and he hits that for a 2, making it 24-18. So a little bit of a defensive lapse there for the Tanagers. Here's Luke Jensen. We haven't really been able to get a three-point shot off just because their defense is so threatening. And Gabe Larson misses that. Griffin Goodberry with the rebound. Wassner gets it off to Goodberry. Now it's Cooper Goodberry as he drives in. And Cooper will hit, and Coach Drake wants to take a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll take one as well. Brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. Tanager basketball, they're trailing 26.
Jordan Kirkman here from downtown Vermillion's American Family Insurance Office. We love being part of the community and want to help with your insurance needs. So stop in today and see me, Jordan Kirkman, sales specialist with Buchelman & Associates, located at 112 West Main Street, or call 605-624-2025. And if you're in Yankton, be sure to stop by our new office there as well. Go Tanagers and go Yotes.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager basketball. I'm Michael Schumacher. Alongside Katie Crossway and Reagan Luade. This is Tanager basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Coming out of that Murph's Appliance timeout, Vermillion now trails 26-18. Coach Drake using his second timeout here in the first half. Trey Hansen in the paint, up at the right hand, no good. Rebound there by Cooper Goodberry. And that's the whole thing. They're not getting second chance points, and you're not going to. It's going to be tough with a size difference like this. They get it down to Griffin Goodberry just off the block. Britton Mulder. There's Brant Wassner. Good ball movement as they get it down to Nichols. Nichols out to Brant Wassner, the sophomore. Drives in, tries to get it down to... they're going to say it was off of Gabe Larson. Gabe didn't protest too much, though. I have to think he was kind of hoping, did you see that? I think if Gabe didn't touch it, he would have been a little more demonstrative. So I think it was a good call. Here's an inbound from Sioux Falls Christian. Here's Cole Snyder. Gets it across to Britton Mulder. Mulder with the pull-up three. Oh, thank goodness that didn't fall. Nice job by Carter Hansen to get to that rebound. So Vermillion with the chance to get back to within 5 or 6. As Griffin Goodberry is currently out of the game. This might be a chance for Vermillion to try to take advantage, and that ball is stolen away by Cole Snyder. And that's going to be a jump ball. And that will be a jump ball. Nice job by Gabe Larson. It doesn't go into the books as a steal or anything, but he really created that. I mean, Sioux Falls Christian will keep the ball, but they now have to inbound it. They only have 29 seconds on the shot clock, and now possession arrow favors Vermillion. Inbound is into Wassner, out to Carson Nichols. Nice steal there by Gabe Larson. I was about to say maybe they should call a travel, but we'll take the steal. And here's Trey Hansen driving in, gets it off to Cerny, over to Carter Hansen. Vermillion has not been able to get off a real quality three-point attempt yet, have they?
No, they haven't. Yeah, this Sioux Falls Christian team is really good. Great defense, outside and inside, so it's tough.
And there was a nice job by Cole Snyder on the block of Landon Cerny. And they're going to call Carter Hansen for a foul on Brant Wassner as he was heading into the basket. That'll be Carter Hansen's first personal, first team foul. And so Brant Wassner will go to the line to shoot 2. 26-18, though. Even with that run, you're still it's only 8 points. It's now 9 points as Wassner hits that free throw. But you feel like, okay, even with some of that, you're withstanding some of the storm. If you can stop this and get a basket. Getting a basket will be the biggest thing. They're 3 minutes into this quarter and they haven't scored yet. That's what you want to change. And so here's Trey Hansen driving in. Trey heard me. Trey's like, you want us to score? We're going to score.
Ask and you shall receive.
And isn't that what I've told you all along? If people just listened to me.
You do say that.
All right, here's Cooper Goodberry. Oh, defense. Boy, they kind of vacated there, unfortunately, and so that's 6 points now for Cooper Goodberry, making it 30-20. Trey Hansen. Hansen already has 12 points on the night. And here's Carter driving in. Carter hits a cutting Landon Cerny. Wow. And boy, I kind of thought there should have been a foul there. Landon went in and then landed on the floor. And there's a three-pointer for Brant Wassner. And so that's going to be 33-20 with 4:17 to go in this second quarter. Full timeout taken by Coach Jay Drake. We'll take one as well, brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in.
For over 40 years, your local heating and cooling contractor has been Larry's Heating and Cooling. How did they stay in business that long? The customers know they stand behind their work. They offer top quality name brand equipment, and no one matches Larry's pricing when compared to the other local Lennox dealers based in Iowa. Larry's is $2,000 less for the same equipment. Not a Larry's customer? When you're ready to upgrade, trust Larry's. Honest prices, no gimmicks, and reliable service. Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermillion.
At Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermillion, they believe a healthy smile opens doors. From routine checkups to cosmetic treatment, their friendly team is there to make your dental experience comfortable and enjoyable. With state-of-the-art technology and a compassionate approach, they ensure your visit is quick and pain-free.
I love my new smile. Thank you, Knutson Family Dentistry.
Knutson Family Dentistry will make your smile shine. Call and schedule your appointment today at Knutson Family Dentistry and discover the difference your smile can make.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Katie Crossway and her daughter Reagan. That timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance. 4:11 to go on the Masaba scoreboard. Vermillion trails 33-20. Carter Hansen with a pull-up jumper from the paint, and that's what Vermillion needed right there. 33-22 now in favor of Sioux Falls Christian. Now they just need to stop. Cole Snyder gets it out to Cooper Goodberry. Nice steal by Carter Hansen. That's what Carter does. And Carter goes up with the left hand. I'm not quite sure how some of these aren't being called fouls, but nice job by Carter to get the steal and get the ball up there. They are letting him play on both ends, though. I will say that.
Yeah.
Landon Cerny with the rebound. Trey Hansen for three.
Oh.
Off the back iron, rebound there by Brant Wassner. So here's Cooper Goodberry, the junior, 6'5 junior. Here's Britton Mulder, kicks it out to Brant Wassner. Wassner, just a sophomore. Mulder, guarded by Jensen, kicks it out to Cole Snyder. Snyder for three, no good. Rebound, Trey Hansen. Hansen pushes the issue up.
Oh.
And they're going to call a foul there, and they're going to call that on Carson Nichols, I believe. Nope, they're going to call it on Cole Snyder. That'll be his first personal. First team foul. As Griffin Goodberry checks back in, Brant Wassner checks out. Goodberry, he's going to stay in the blue. He'll be going to SDSU next year. But we're not going to hold that against him. And what are they?
I think they're giving the coach on the Sioux Falls Christian a little warning talk.
So warning to the bench, it looks like. And I'll tell you, you heard the interview with Mike Scout, and he is a soft-spoken guy, but boy, you see him on the sidelines, and wow, he can be what's known as fiery.
Oh, spitfire.
A little bit of a spitfire. So here's the ball into Trey Hansen. Okay, and they're going to call a foul. I didn't catch the number on that. We'll see that come up on the scoreboard here. As Brant Wassner's going to check in, as well as Jude Van Donker's good. Cole Snyder's going to check out. As that was Snyder's second, and the second team foul. So Vermillion trails by 9 now. That lead was 13 at one point for Sioux Falls Christian, so Vermillion kind of cutting into it. Inbounding here with 32 seconds on the shot clock, 2:53 on the game clock. On the Mesaba scoreboard, Vermillion trails 33-24. They get the ball into Carter Hansen. He thought about taking the three, doesn't. Stops at the block. Kind of wish he had taken it in. Luke Jensen for three, though. Oh, just off the back iron. Rebound there by Cooper Goodberry. Cooper Goodberry over to Britton Mulder. They get it down to Griffin Goodberry. Brent Wassner for three. No good. Rebound Carter Hansen. As they get it down low to Luke Jensen. Jensen up and in. Up and in for Luke Jensen. Nice job by Luke to be patient.
Yes, absolutely.
Because so many people are going to want to go up and get that foul right away. He waited. And so that foul is going to be on Brant Wassner. His first personal, third team, and Luke Jensen for the and one, and he makes it. All of a sudden, that's back down to a 6-point deficit. I mean, I can't tell you how hard it is to be that patient, to wait for a guy just to land on you and then go up. And they are going to call a foul on Vermillion.
And Trey.
So that'll be on Trey Hansen. That'll be Trey's first. I mean, you have to be impressed with Vermillion sticking with this high-level, high-talent Sioux Falls Christian team. And you can see the talent. And here's Brant Wassner down on the block. Kicks it back out. Good ball movement. Here's Cooper Goodberry. Kicks it back out to Britton Mulder for three. Oh, that is a dagger. Britton Mulder with his second three-pointer now has 6 points on the night. So 36-27. A nice three-pointer like that after that kind of defense for Vermillion. Those are heartbreaking. And they're uplifting if you're a Christian Charger. Nice job by Trey Hansen, though. Just taking Griffin Goodberry off the ball, 36-29 with 1:36 to go. 7-point lead for Sioux Falls Christian. Wassner, though, up with the right hand. You can see why he's getting offers already, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Great player.
So here's Trey Hansen. Trey to Luke. Luke will take that three. Oh, just off the back iron yet again. Just a little bit off. I think when these guys are playing that kind of pressure defense, you maybe rush the shot just a little bit. I think that's going to be a foul on Carter. That is Carter's second personal with 1:12 to go here in the second quarter. 9-point lead for Sioux Falls Christian. Boy, if you're Vermillion, just mentally you want to keep that down to a single-digit deficit. Nice job by Luke Jensen creating that steal. Nice job for Luke. And that might be what they have to do just a little bit more, as Trey is kind of knocked over there. Oh, no good on the three-point attempt. Rebound there by Cooper Goodberry. Long three-point attempt, in and out. Rebound there by Landon Cerny. But you almost wonder if Luke Jensen, if they're going to try to do a little bit more of a fronting of Griffin Goodberry rather than trying to play him behind, because he is so good with just that turnaround jumper.
Yeah, I think would be their best option. It seems to hold him a little more at bay that way.
Because then he has to fend off a defender in front of him, and he doesn't know what's coming behind him then. So 13 seconds on the game clock, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Trey to drive in down the baseline. Pulled up jumper, up and no good. Rebound there by Cooper Goodberry. Goodberry gets it ahead to Brant Wassner, out of bounds off of Sioux Falls Christian. So 38-29, Vermillion will have a chance. 1.5 seconds to go as Carson Nichols checks in. Jude Van Donkersgood checks out. See if Vermillion can get something off that ends up being a decent shot. As they get it ahead to Luke Jensen, and they're not going to be able to get anything off. And that's the way we're going to go into our Fast Auto Glass halftime show. Vermillion trails 38-29. We're going to discuss it here at halftime, Katie and I. We'll be back with more with our Fast Auto Glass halftime show. Tanager Basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher, brought to you by, and this is, I was going to say brought to you by JR's Oasis. That's at the mic. But we do have the dance team coming up. So you know what? Let's talk about it while people can watch the dance team. And so we're going to talk a little bit about this game. Katie's going to give me her insight while I calculate some stats. Katie, what were your thoughts on that first half?
Well, Mike, I thought Vermillion did a great job hanging in there. I mean, obviously with the big size difference, they're up against a really great team. I mean, size and these are just a bunch of good players here. So I thought they did a great job trying to keep up with them. I don't know what more, like you said before, what Coach Drake could ask for with these guys. Just keep pushing at it and keeping at it, and hopefully some of these shots can drop. If they could get some more outside looks and get some of those to drop, that'd be great for them.
Well, and I think that's exactly right. If they can get an outside shot or two to drop, then all of a sudden that might soften up the inside. It might soften up some of the dribble drive penetration that they're looking to get. But like you said, I think they do need to be taking it inside to try to create some contact, maybe get some fouls on a Griffin Goodberry or a Cooper Goodberry, and see if they can create some maybe free throws, some and ones. I think they've already had 2 or 3 and ones where they've been able to get 3-pointers out of that. So essentially the same as getting a 3-pointer, but you also get the added benefit of getting a foul on somebody. Maybe they start to play a little bit looser on that man-to-man, which could free up then the 3-pointers from the outside.
Yeah, I felt like there's a few times in there that I saw them there right down in and should have, I thought, maybe gone up with it, and maybe they hesitate a little bit for fear of the size difference and whatnot, but I think they just have to be confident in themselves and keep going at it.
Well, and I think that's exactly right. And, you know, we've talked a lot about coming into this of Griffin Goodberry, the Gatorade Player of the Year. But I have to tell you, Cooper Goodberry and Brant Wassner are both really effective. Right now, Cooper Goodberry has 6. Griffin Goodberry has 8. Britton Mulder has a quiet 6, just on 2 3-pointers. But Brant Wassner, if you look at him, he has 9 points. He's actually leading this team with 9. And then you also have Carson Nichols with 4. So this team is more than just Griffin Goodberry, and that's why they've been so effective. All right, well, we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll go over the stat totals, and we'll look around the state at games going on. This is our Fast Auto Glass halftime show. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Katie Crossway-Luaday and her daughter Reagan. This is Tanager basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. And at the half, the Tanagers trail 38-29, which I think is a very respectable score. Keeps them in striking distance, and we'll see how this.
The Pizza Ranch Vermillion is your event headquarters. Enjoy the crisp salad bar, the country's best chicken, and fresh pizza. Want a custom pizza? Just ask. We are proud to offer the buffet your way. And the Fun Zone Arcade features 36 games, 2 golf simulators, and full bar. Perfect for pregame tailgates and parties. Have a business meeting, team, or office party? Reserve the Dakota Center. It holds up to 300 people. Order online at pizzaranch.com for delivery, or circle your wagons and make Pizza Ranch your tailgate place next to USG. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Vermillion is proud to support local athletics like USD and the Tanagers. The DQ Fall flavors are in, and DQ has great food at great prices. Get a $7 meal deal. Choose from a cheeseburger or 3-piece chicken basket with fries, a drink, and a sundae for only $7. Got an office team party or birthday party? If you want to celebrate, don't bake, buy a DQ cake. And DQ supports the Sanford Children's Network. So after the game, take your team for a thrill to the Dairy Queen Grill and Chill, 905 East Cherry Street, Vermillion, South Dakota.
Truckers, commercial fleet, car owners, when you need a DOT inspection, you need a battery, oil change, diagnostic, or specialized tire service for farm, auto, and heavy equipment, JFI will get your vehicle repaired and washed and back on the road. JFI proudly supports Vermillion Tanagers, the community of Vermillion, in business for nearly 100 years for a reason. JFI is the best, and that's no lie. JFI 1218 Compton Court, Vermillion.
Are you ready to start a career with an exciting team? Thermobond is looking to add to our team of experts. We offer competitive wages, a positive work environment, and on-the-job training. Thermobond is headquartered in Elk Point, South Dakota, and for over 30 years we've been providing lightweight and precast solutions for multiple industries nationwide. Check us out and see if you'd like to start a new career with us today.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher, alongside Katie Crossway-Luede. Yes, that Katie Crossway from Sioux Falls, Washington, the Warrior legend, and her daughter Regan. This is part of the Fast Auto Glass halftime show where, at the half, Vermillion trails 38-29 with 4.5 minutes to go in the half. That is on the Mesaba scoreboard. Two things I wanted to mention. Three, actually. I'm looking at this Tanager record banner, and I see the name Jacob Dobney. Just wanted to mention last night he was the leading scorer for the Dakota Wesleyan Tigers. And I went to the Mount Marty game, and the boys, Mount Marty men, lost in double overtime to Midland, but they one of the starters for them was Jake Jensen, so two former Tanagers playing well. And I found out today that Brooklyn Voss has been playing, or just started playing for Briar Cliff. She was not on the basketball team, but they have had so many injuries that one of her former club players, teammates, recommended her. She's down there on a volleyball scholarship, and so the coach gave her a call, and Nicole's like, yeah, so we didn't think we'd ever get to see her play basketball again, and I think last night, sounds like they got to see her play basketball. Who knows how many more times they'll get to, but as a parent, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
so I just wanted
awesome
to mention that. All right. Well, let's take a look around the state, but first, just go through the scores. Again, 38-29 in favor of Sioux Falls Christian. Leading scorer for Sioux Falls, Brant Wassner with 9, Griffin Goodberry with 8, 6 for both Britton Mulder and Cooper Goodberry, 5 for Cole Snyder, and 4 for Carson Nichols. For Vermillion, Trey Hansen really leading the way, and they're probably going to have to ride him for a little bit, but 14 for Trey, 6 for Carter, 5 for Luke Jensen, and 4 for Gabe Larson. So balanced scoring that way. It'd be great if Landon Cerny would get enough space where he could try a 3, because he's been draining those so well, which could really open up that offense for Vermillion. But right now at the half, Vermillion trails 38-29. Let's take a look around the state to see what exactly is going on across the state in boys and girls basketball today. All right, so in boys basketball, in AA, Brandon Valley leads Pierre at the half, 39-32. In Class A boys, the only score update is Vermillion trailing Sioux Falls Christian 38-29. And in Class B, Hitchcock Tulare leads Sunshine Bible Academy 69-50. James Valley Christian over Highmore Herald 56-51. And Sanborn Central Woonsocket over Iroquois Lake Preston 60-38. Those are the only boys score updates. In Class AA girls, Mitchell leads T-Area with 4 minutes to go in the second, 24-20. And Harrisburg leads Sioux Falls Jefferson 17-16 with 4 minutes to go in the second. And Brandon Valley leads Pierre 17-15 with 5 minutes to go in the second. In Class A girls, Dual leads Teoshpazina 44-29 at the end of period 3. Sisseton defeated leads Webster area by 20 at the end of period 3. And with 1 minute to go, Aberdeen Roncalli leads Clark Willow Lake by 9. Canton defeats Parker 59-28. Groton area over Millbank 26-21 at the start of period 4. Hamlin beats Redfield by 50. Bennett County over Todd County by 23. Hanson over Canastota by 17 with 6 minutes to go. Freeman leads Scotland Menno 45-21. And Viborg Hurley leads Baltic 39-12 with 4 minutes to go. Lennox over West Central 40-27. Coleman Egan over Elton Lake Benton 39-9. Parkston over Bon Holm. Del Rapids leads Garrettson 3-2 with 6 minutes to go in the first. Miller over Chamberlain, and those are the only score updates in A. And Dual over Teoshpazina 44-29. Sunshine Bible Academy over James Valley Christian. Woolsey Wessington over Iroquois Lake Preston. Wessington Springs over Hitchcock Tulare 46-45. Castlewood over Oldham Ramona Rutland. Sanborn Central Woonsocket and Highmore Herald tied at 15 with 7 minutes to go. And that's your look around the state, as with 3 minutes to go in the game, Avon leads Andes Central Dakota Christian 41-36. And why do we talk about Andes Central Dakota Christian there, Katie?
Because of Linda Harvey Schumacher,
the most famous Lake Andes alum. And remember, if you're looking for something cool, go to the Pickstown Museum in Pickstown. I'm going to talk about it because it got me to know somebody from Pickstown the other night. So, cool scoreboard, cool annuals, newspapers, newsletters, Letterman jackets, all the cool stuff for the school, stuff from Fort Randall. So, Pickstown Museum. Hope you go to see it. All right, let's get started with the second half here on ESPN Radio and Vermillion streaming on YouTube. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Katie Crossway, Luade, and Reagan. Vermillion trails on the Mesaba scoreboard 38-29. Thank you for joining us for our Fast Auto Glass halftime show as Vermillion is moving left to right now. The Central Farmers Cooperative starting five for this half, same as the first. Landon Cerny, Carter Hansen, Trey Hansen, Luke Jensen, and Gabe Larson. Here's Larson over to Carter. Carter guarded there by Cooper Goodberry. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Carter goes into the paint, puts it up, and good. That is a great way to get this half started. Nice job by Carter Hansen. So 38-31 now, down to a 7-point lead. Was as high as 13 at one point. But they get it down to Griffin Goodberry. Up with the right hand, and so hard to defend. I mean, just so hard to defend if he's able to get that ball up in the air at all. So here's Gabe Larson. Gets it over to Luke Jensen. Here's Trey, guarded by Brant Wassner. Trey kicks it back out to Luke. Luke loses the handle, and that is stolen away by Cole Snyder. Snyder goes up with the left hand and in. So quick 11-point lead now for Sioux Falls Christian. So little room for error against this Sioux Falls Christian team. That's the whole problem. Here's Jensen into the paint. Tries to go up and under and leaves it just short, but Goodberry, that's what he does defensively too, as he creates those issues. Here is Britton Mulder on the lower left corner. Nice job defensively by Trey Hansen to knock that ball out of bounds, as they now have to inbound with 24 seconds remaining on the shot clock. And here's the ball over into Cooper Goodberry. He'll drive in. And they're going to get a foul on Gabe Larson. That will be Gabe's second personal. First team of the quarter. Scores 42-31, now with 6:20 to go, as Cooper Goodberry will go to the line to shoot two. Misses the first. Here's the second free throw, and that is nothing but net for Cooper Goodberry. Goodberry now has 7 points on the night. 43-31, a 12-point lead. 1 point off of their high. Here's Trey. Trey will take that three and bank it in. Trey Hansen banks in a three. All of a sudden, it's 43-34, 9-point deficit again. And here's Griffin Goodberry just off the block as they get it out to Britton Mulder for three. Off the iron, no good. And the putback by Cooper Goodberry isn't good the first one, but he does get the offensive rebound another time and does get it. So, disheartening. That's back to an 11-point lead. Trey Hansen up with the left hand, and he's going to be fouled. And who will they call that on? That will be the key. And it's going to be called on Cooper Goodberry. So that is Cooper's second personal, as Trey Hansen will go to the line to shoot two now. First free throw for Trey is up and good. That gives Trey 18 points on the night. That is 4 points above his average. He's now 5 points above his average with 19. Back down to a 9-point lead, so just getting a stop is going to be important for the Tanagers. It's been easier said than done so far this half.
Come on. Sorry.
No, that one's a tough one. That one I don't know about. But Gabe Larson with his third, as they were double teaming Griffin Goodberry. Here's Brant Wassner for three. Ooh, that's off the iron, and that's going to be on. I think that's going to be on Cooper Goodberry. I think that's going to be his third. Yes, that is Cooper Goodberry's third. So checking in for Cooper Goodberry will be number 4, Jude Van Donkersgood. Now, Van Donkersgood is 6'3", so a little bit shorter than Goodberry. But Goodberry's probably a little more athletic, so we'll see if that plays a difference here, as Cooper Goodberry's defense has been a big factor tonight. Not so big on the offensive side, but his defense. So here's Carter Hansen with Vermillion trailing by 9, looking to try to get it back down to 7. Carter got it down to the block. Kicks it out to Trey Hansen. Trey will pull up for the three. And he will make it. That is Trey's second tray. See what I did there? Of the night. That's down to a 6-point lead now. 6-point deficit for Vermillion, trailing Sioux Falls Christian on this Masaba scoreboard. As they get it down to Goodberry. Luke Jensen is doing Luke Jensen's doing a great job defensively. That's Luke's first personal, and Coach Drake disagrees. He's trying to show that Goodberry's using his elbow.
Right.
And so you'll either allow the contact or you need to call it a couple of ways, but man, then they get it into Griffin Goodberry on the block.
This will be interesting because I feel like the refs are real quick to pull that trigger now this second half.
It does feel that way.
On both sides, I feel like it's just quick now.
Yeah, because we're not even halfway through this, and we have 5 team fouls already between the two teams. So
yeah.
Carter Hansen gets the ball off to Gabe Larson. Yeah, it's almost like they went into half and thought, you know what, we're not calling enough of these. But then nothing there. And Gabe Larson gets the rebound, though. Up and in, and a foul. So Gabe Larson going for the and one. Gabe Larson with the putback on the offensive rebound. And that foul is going to be on number 35, Brant Wassner. That is his second personal. Gabe Larson go to the line to shoot one for the and one. Gabe Larson now has 6 points on the night, so back down to a 5-point lead now. So if you're a Tanager fan, you have to love what you're seeing from this Tanager team. Nice job on the miss. And that rebound by Landon Cerny. Nice hustle rebound by Landon Cerny. And Vermillion looking to really cut that lead again. Cerny gets the ball. Larson for three. Oh, that was short. Rebound into the hands of Griffin Goodberry. Brant Wassner, nice Euro step there.
Move.
What's that?
Nice move.
It really was. I tell you, the kid's just a sophomore, 6'5" sophomore. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with over the next 2 years as well. Trey gets it out to Luke Jensen. Luke for three, off the back iron. And that's the whole problem. Vermillion's not able to get defensive or offensive rebounds, so they're not getting second chance points. And so that's been tough. Wassner gets it into Jude Van Donkersgood. And Van Donkersgood with the putback. Quickly back to a 9-point lead. Coach Drake wants to take a full timeout. We'll take one as well. Brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. Boys and girls, buckle up. We've got a good one. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. And this.
Welcome to Runnings in Vermillion. Shop their great lineup of clothes for women. Names like Ariat and Carhartt for men. Boots and shoes and kids' clothing. Runnings has a large supply of animal food and accessories. Love the outdoors? See the selection of ammo, firearms, and fishing equipment. For everything you need, walk through the doors at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store, Vermillion.
I'm Blaine Olson, owner of Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. I grew up here, graduated here, and now have a business here. I'm proud to serve the community that has helped me live this dream. I have top-notch equipment, the latest in training, along with a work ethic and the desire to serve you. Should you need repairs in the future, please remember Blaine's Body Shop across from Polaris on the Highway 50 bypass in Vermillion.
Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Now online at blainesbodyshop.com.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball. Coming out of that Murph's Appliance timeout, Vermillion trails by 9 with 3:11 to go here in the third quarter. 51-42 on the Masaba scoreboard. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. But Trey Hansen hits another one. A fadeaway jumper there. Gives him 24 on the night. They get it down low to Goodberry. Goodberry's met there as he tries to get it out to Carson Nichols. Trey Hansen gets the ball ahead, and he is met there by Cole Snyder. And Trey Hansen takes it all the way and back down to a 5-point lead. So Vermillion hanging with the top-ranked team in Class A, and who many think is the top team in the state, but a nice job there by Cole Snyder just to cut through the defense, giving them a 7-point lead. Cole Snyder, underrated player on this team that's filled with good berries, and no foul called there. I know Trey wanted one. Trey's done a really nice job of not getting in his head, though, tonight. I've been impressed. Rebound there on the air ball by Carter Hansen. But Trey Hansen's been doing a really nice job of not of just playing within himself tonight, and that's showing with 24 points. Carter gets it off to Landon Cerny. Sorry. Carter for three. Off the back iron, and no offensive rebound, unfortunately. So back to a 7-point lead. Sioux Falls Christian. Here's Cole Snyder driving in. And boy, that is his bread and butter.
Man.
That is Cole Snyder's bread and butter. He now has 11 points on the night. Cole Snyder averages 6, so he is 5 points above his average. Here's Gabe Larson. Goes in. Carter Hansen gets the rebound, though. Carter loses that, unfortunately. Cole Snyder for three, no good. Rebound to Carson Nichols, up and in. Carson Nichols with the putback, and now it's back to an 11-point lead. We've gone back and forth between 5 to 11, just back and forth. Landon Cerny drives in, gets it off to Carter Hansen. Carter out to Landon. Trey will take that three and make that three. That is what Trey is doing tonight, 27 points, 29 points. So here's Cole Snyder back to an 8-point deficit, 35 seconds on the game clock. And boy, that's a three-pointer there for Britton Mulder. And they seem to have these answers. Britton Mulder now with 9 points. He averages right at his season average. Here's Trey Hansen with 23 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock is off. And they are going to call a foul on Jude Van Donkersgood, and that'll be Van Donkersgood's third. But only the fourth team foul, so they'll have to inbound with 19.3 seconds to go. So Landon Cerny to inbound on the sidelines. They get it out to Trey Hansen. Vermillion will play for the final shot. So they trail by 11, 60-49. They came into this half trailing by 9. Trey Hansen directing traffic. He's going to drive in, kick it out to Luke Jensen. Jensen will drive in, back to Landon Cerny. Up! Oh no! Landon Cerny's unable to get it to fall. Oh man, that is tough. So 60-49. Nice job in that half or quarter by Vermillion to stick with Sioux Falls Christian, but Sioux Falls Christian extends their lead by 2. And of course, Nicole, I love Brooklyn, so I'm always going to give her a shout out. 8 minutes to go. We're going to be back after this timeout, brought to you by Murph's Appliance. This is First Dakota. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by.
Get the finest wood in the neighborhood. Down at the lumberyard.
But it's not just wood at the lumberyard. With a wide variety of quality building materials, the folks at the lumberyard can help you with all of your project needs. Whether it be paint, siding, cabinets, windows, or of course lumber, the lumberyard is ready to help. The best wood in the neighborhood at the lumberyard, 1000 West Cherry Street in Vermillion.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Well, if you thought Vermillion wasn't going to be able to hang with Sioux Falls Christian, you were wrong. Holy moly! I know they're behind by 11, but I got to tell you, I'm seeing more out of this Tanager team tonight than I think I've seen all season long. And if you're Coach Drake, I know you want to win, and there's still that chance. But man, they are playing well. So coming out of that Murph's Appliance timeout between quarters, Vermillion trails 60-49. There's a shot by Carson Nichols taking it in. Carson Nichols with 8 points. As here's Trey Hansen, and they're going to call a foul on Van Donkersgood. That's going to be 4 on Van Donkersgood. That's not Van Donkers great. If you're him, you got to like that one. That's the first team foul of this quarter. As Van Donkersgood will check out, Brant Wassener will check in. Vermillion trails by 13. This is officially back. Sioux Falls Christian did lead by 13 at one point. Luke Jensen with the little floater, left it short. He's been leaving a few short. I think he's trying to get that shot off a little quicker than he usually likes, and that's kind of affecting things. But here's Griffin Goodberry under the basket. Oh, they're going to call a foul on the shot.
I want to see a jump ball on that.
I thought there were a lot of hands on the ball, but they're going to call that on Trey Hansen. Hansen's second. Griffin Goodberry going to the line. Now, here's the thing. So Goodberry misses his first free throw and gets that second one to roll in. Now, Vermillion has held Goodberry pretty well. He has 13 points, averages 18 on the season. So, you know, they're just getting hit by other people from the outside. That's the whole thing. And Cole Snyder with his ability to drive in. No, Carter Hansen misses, gets his rebound. Caught under the basket, gets it out to Luke Jensen, out to Cerny. Luke thought about the three, but Luke's starting to look maybe just a little gun shy. But Carter Hansen up with the rebound and blocked from behind by Griffin Goodberry. And that's tough, but nice steal there. And they're going to call a foul on Sioux Falls Christian on the loose ball. That's going to be on Cooper Goodberry. That will be Cooper Goodberry's fourth. So that is the second team foul, and that will bring Britton Mulder in for Cooper Goodberry. So Sioux Falls Christian has two players with 4 fouls, 2 of their starters. They're starters, right? Yeah, no. Jude Van Donker's good, first man off the bench. So, you know, there's 6:47 to go. Vermillion trails by 14, officially the largest lead of the night for Sioux Falls Christian. But Sioux Falls Christian, they're just playing their game. And Trey Hansen with another 3.
Wow.
Trey with the tray, making it an 11-point deficit, 63-52. This Tanager team is not giving up, and that's a 3-point attempt, no good by Carson Nichols. Luke Jensen with the rebound ahead to Trey Hansen. Trey is unable to connect. Griffin Goodberry created that miss, though. And there is Britton Mulder for 3, leaves it short. Another rebound for Luke Jensen. 4 rebounds in 4 quarters, right? Is that a shirt again?
I was just seeing Coach Drake telling them to slow it down a little bit.
That's the whole thing. Trey Hansen for 3 off the back iron. You know Coach probably didn't want to see that shot. He probably would have wished he worked it around just a little bit. And that'll be a foul on Luke Jensen. That's his second, team's second. But if you're a Tanager fan, you have to feel good about the way you're seeing your team play. And if you're a Sioux Falls Christian fan, they are looking good. I mean, they are taking everything that Vermillion is tossing at them and coming back. So, I mean, this has been a great matchup tonight. Just loving it. Here's Cole Snyder over to Carson Nichols. Nichols getting it down to Griffin Goodberry, guarded by Luke Jensen. Nice job by Carter Hansen to step in the way of that pass. Gets it off to Gabe Larson. And Trey Hansen, guarded there by Brant Wassner. Gets it off to Carter. Carter for 3. Rolls in and out, but Gabe Larson couldn't quite come up with the rebound. Or Landon Cerny, he just kind of over-jumped it. And that is an offensive foul. That's going to be on Cole Snyder. That's going to be Snyder's third. So Cole Snyder now with 3 fouls. So an 11-point lead or deficit if you're a Tanager fan, an 11-point lead if you're a Charger fan. 5:16 to go on the Mesaba scoreboard. Tanager basketball is brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Get your family, get your friends. This is going to be a great one. Trey Hansen guarded out there by Brant Wassner. Wait, Wassner playing some physical defense. And Carter Hansen into the paint, floater up and good. Carter Hansen now has 10 points on the night, and it's back down to a 9-point lead. That's a psychological thing. Once it's into single digits, it feels so much different. Wassner kicks it out to Cole Snyder. Snyder for 3 off the back iron. Rebound Griffin Goodberry. Goodberry got the rebound, put it back. And he was fouled on the shot. And that's Gabe Larson's 4th personal. So Goodberry at the line to shoot the and one. And no. Luke Jensen with the rebound. So it's back to an 11-point lead. Trey Hansen drives in. Pull-up jumper just off the mark. Rebound there by Cole Snyder. Here's Griffin Goodberry. Goes around Luke Jensen. Nice defense there by Luke Jensen, though. Rebound there by Gabe Larson. So 4:13 to go, 11-point deficit here. Here's Carter Hansen over to Luke. Nope, he kept it. Down to a cutting Landon Cerny, out to Gabe Larson. Larson for three. Oh, just off the back iron. Rebound there by Cole Snyder, and that's kind of been the story of the night, just not being able to get those second chance points. So here's Brant Wassner on the right-hand side. Wassner's been quiet this second half. I'm an idiot. Brant Wassner with the shot and the putback, and there's going to be a timeout by Vermillion, the final timeout. We'll take a timeout as well, brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. 13-point lead now for Sioux Falls Christian. We'll be back right after this.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality healthcare, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
Starting the first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Katie Crossway-Luade and her daughter Regan. 3:45 to go. Vermillion trails by 13, 67-54. Again, as a Tanager fan, you have to love what you're seeing from Vermillion. A lot of fight, not giving up. But from Sioux Falls Christian, you're seeing why they're good. They're complete. They are taking everything Vermillion is handing their way. So here's Trey Hansen driving in on Wassner. Turn around up with the left, or with the right hand, and good. Trey Hansen, he's letting the state know that he's a player too. We're playing with the Gatorade Player of the Year, but Trey Hansen, 34 points tonight, at least 4 rebounds, a couple of steals. And here's Griffin Goodberry with the 11-point lead for Sioux Falls. And they get it up top to Nichols, over to Cole Snyder. Cole Snyder drives in. Okay, rebound there by Carter Hansen. And Vermillion with a chance to get it back into single digits again. Down low to Gabe Larson, who shoots a three. Oh, and that's also been the story. An inch here and an inch there.
Yeah, if they could just get some of these shots to drop, it'd be a whole nother story here.
Oh, and Brant
Whereas Sioux Falls Christian's getting them all to drop.
Yeah, and Brant Wassner turns around, hits a three-pointer there. 2:39 to go, and Sioux Falls Christian, Coach Scouten wants to take a full timeout. We'll take a timeout as well, brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. Officially the biggest lead for Sioux Falls Christian, now 70-56, a 14-point.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you got to call Kaylin's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
You know, they put on the little booties over their shoes. They had canvas from the garage door all the way down to walk on. They left the furnace room in the basement probably cleaner than it was when they came in.
They just do customer service very well. I would recommend Kaylin's to anyone.
Fuller Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. And follow us on Facebook.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Katie Crossway and Regan Luade. 2:34 to go on the Masaba scoreboard. Vermillion coming out of that Murph's Appliance trails by 14. That three-point attempt by Trey from a good distance, just off the back iron. Cole Snyder gets it out to Britton Mulder for three. No good. Rebound there by Luke Jensen. Luke gets it to Carter. Carter drives in, pull-up jumper. Good for Carter Hansen. He now has 12 points on the night. 70-58 with 2 minutes to go. And if you're Sioux Falls Christian, you're just going to play keep away. You're going to take every 35 seconds that you can. Felt like he might have been able to call an offensive foul there. Here's Cole Snyder, gets it into Cooper Goodberry. That three-point attempt no good. Rebound again by Luke Jensen, his 7th of the night. Vermillion down by 12 with 1:35 to go. Cerny, cross-court pass to Carter Hansen, who will take that three. And Carter will make that three. Suddenly back within 9, 1:24 to go. Brant Wassner over to Cooper Goodberry. Cooper Goodberry gets it across the timeline. Now remember, no timeouts left for Coach Drake. Brant Wassner cuts in and makes it. So that's Wassner's 5th field goal of the night. He now has 18 points. Carter Hansen hits the back iron, and they are going to have to take some fast shots. So I know they would have preferred not, but Cooper Goodberry blocked by Trey Hansen.
Trey's hurt.
And Trey, did he hurt his ankle?
Felt like maybe he came down
calf?
wrong. Yeah.
So Gabe Larson has now fouled out, unfortunately, with 55 seconds to go, as Amy Richardson might be another cramp. We saw that with Henry Orr earlier. So I tell you what, as they stretch out Trey Hansen, we'll get things sorted out here. We'll take a quick timeout, brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street.
Candice Couture is your complete women's lingerie shop. Bras, underwear, PJs, loungewear, swimwear, sports bras, activewear, and much, much more. Small to 3 extra large and over 200 different sizes of bras. AA to O cup bands, 28 to 56 in store. Candice Couture, 17 West Main Street.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. That timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance and Pied Piper in Vermillion. With 55 seconds to go, Spencer Blanchette and Carson Preister have both checked in for Trey Hansen and Gabe Larson. Brant Wassner gets the ball to Griffin Goodberry. 20-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Long outlet pass back over to Cole Snyder, back to Cooper Goodberry. Here's to Griffin, 15 seconds on the shot clock, 32 seconds on the game clock now. Should have probably been a travel on Griffin, but at this point, I think they realize the game is pretty much done. 21 seconds to go, 13-point deficit. That ball is stolen away by Britton Mulder, and Wassner will just walk it up. 14 seconds to go, and Vermillion will fall. But man, I don't know how many people had this game being this competitive.
Yeah, it's a great game.
Yeah, it really was. So I tell you what, we're going to come back with our First Dakota National Bank post-game show after these messages from our Vermillion sportscasters. Alongside Katie Crossway-Luade, I'm Michael Schumacher. We'll see if Coach Drake comes up to talk to us afterwards. We hope he does. But after losses, I always understand if they don't. So we'll see, and we'll be back right after this on ESPN Radio and Vermillion.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermillion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
Slumberland Furniture in Yankton, the place to shop for your next new mattress. Find brands like Stearns & Foster, Nectar, and the hottest selling mattress, Purple, measured for your comfort and a dream-laden night's sleep. There's the new Adapt by Tempur-Pedic as well. Slumberland Furniture has Flex Steel furniture too. Comfy and classy. That's Slumberland Furniture, 2401 Broadway, Yankton. Todd's Electric, your full-service electrical contracting company. Todd's Electric services residential, commercial, agricultural, and industrial customers. From the simplest service call to the most complex design build project, Todd's Electric has the expertise to do it right. Call Todd's Electric for all your electrical needs. Todd's Electric, helping you control all things electric. Except for lightning. Todd's Electric. Go Tanagers!
Wanting a specialist without leaving town? We've got you covered. Our clinic offers specialists for the health and wellness of your family. From pediatricians to OBGYNs, plus primary care. You can find it all at Vermillion Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home.
If you're looking for the perfect fit, Vermillion Vision Care Associates fits like the right pair of glasses. Vision Care Associates has its roots in family eye care, and the doctors are well known for being primary eye care providers. With the ability to treat and diagnose a variety of settings, Vermillion Vision Care Associates is the right fit for you. Plus, they can fit you into a new pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contacts that feel just right. With continuing education, see the best doctors at Vermillion Vision Care Associates.
Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home for your family, you want to sell your existing home, or you're a student looking to rent an apartment, Dakota Realty and Property Management can fit your needs. Being locally owned and with over 150 years of combined experience, they are the experts at helping you find your new home. Go to Dakota Realty and Property Management because they like what they do. Dakota Realty is a proud supporter of Vermillion Athletics. Dakota Realty and Property Management, located at 125 East Cherry Street, Vermillion.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Alongside Katie Crossway-Luiday and Reagan Luiday, I'm Michael Schumacher. The Tanagers fall on the Mesaba scoreboard by a score of 74-61. After the first quarter, Vermillion trailed 22-18. At the half, they trailed by 9, 38-29. At the end of 3, they trailed 60-49, so by 11, and trailed by 13 here at the end of regulation. So just a slow, Sioux Falls Christian was able to take that or expand that lead each quarter by quarter, 4 here, 4 there type of thing. And so, somebody's just going to look at the score and say, oh, a 13-point loss, which, I don't think is that bad against Sioux Falls Christian. If you look at who they've beaten this season, Sioux Falls Christian defeated Lennox by a score by 7. They defeated Elk Point Jefferson by 64. They defeated Sioux Falls O'Gorman by 21. They beat Coronado out of, I don't know where they're out of, but at the Hoop City Classic by 21. They beat West Central by 17. They beat Hamlin by 15. They beat Del Rapids by 29. And they beat Rapid City Christian by 9. So I think Vermillion needs to be really pleased with how well they played. They were never out of it. Mentally, they stayed in it the entire time. Honestly, following that game against West Central, which I thought was their most complete game, I know this is a loss, but I think this was their most complete game. You've been there for a number of them. What were your thoughts tonight?
Yeah, I thought they did a great job. They stayed super competitive. Trey had a great game, trying to keep them. They stayed in it with that size difference. I mean, they're like we kept saying, there's not a whole lot you can do against the size and the competition they're going against is excellent team. So I thought they did really well.
Well, and, let's just look at the stats. Trey Hansen led the way for Vermillion with 34. Carter Hansen had 15. Gabe Larson had 7. Luke Jensen had 5. They were the only 4 Tanagers to score tonight. For Sioux Falls Christian, it had to be balanced, but they were led in scoring by Brant Wasser with 18, Griffin Goodberry with 17, Cole Snyder with 11, 9 for Cooper Goodberry, 9 also for Britton Mulder, 8 for Carson Nichols, and 2 for Jude Van Donkersgood. So they forced Sioux Falls Christian to play a really good game. They forced Sioux Falls Christian to have to hit those shots. The thing was, they were hitting those shots, and some of them were contested shots. Vermillion defensively, you're going to look and say, oh, they gave up 74 points, but I thought they did a really nice job with that. And when we talked to Coach Jay Drake, who's coming to sit with us right now, I'm going to mention that. So, Coach, just my opinion, having seen the games this year, I know it's a loss, but boy, your team stuck in it. Your team stuck with it. And played one of the best teams in the state, if not the best team in the state, and made them work all the way until the end.
Yeah, we battled them. We got better as a basketball team tonight, which is the most important thing. You always hear moral victories, right? And we don't want to have moral victories, but in my opinion, they're the best team in the state, regardless of class. I liked both games this week. I thought our guys approached the games the right way. I think we got better this week. And it just shows you with opponents, and it's no disrespect to EPJ or anything, but, I thought we played better tonight than we actually did even on Tuesday night. You can't simulate what they do, right, in practice and what they have, and we needed to be a little bit better. I shouldn't say a little better, a lot better just on the ball defense. We got beat on dribble penetration way too much, and yet they're a good basketball team. They got good players. Everyone they put on the floor can put the ball on the floor, go either direction. They pass it well. They play off each other well, but we just didn't keep guys in front of us well enough. With that said, a number of times, and this is what they do to teams too, a number of times they'd go up 13, 14, 15, and they're used to just kind of putting teams away at that point and putting it into 20, 30 range. And that's the thing we're probably most proud of our team tonight, is we just kept competing and battling. And it seemed like every time they got it to 13, 14, we'd knock it right back down to 8 or 9. I think we got it to 5 or 6 at one point in the third quarter. And that was our big thing, try to get it in a situation where single digits in the fourth quarter would get our crowd into it a little bit. And, I think, again, even with like 2.5 minutes to go, I think we knocked it right back down to 9 again. But obviously it's tough with the team and how skilled they are when you're down 9 with a couple minutes left. But nice fight by our guys. We got better as a basketball team. And the big thing now is we've got to try to build off of this, gain some confidence, and another tough week with 3 games next week.
Well, that's exactly right. It does feel like as that calendar is flipped on from the first half of the season to the second half, it does feel like these are the 2 most complete games between West Central on Tuesday and tonight against Sioux Falls Christian. So heading into these games this week with Crow Creek, Del Rapids, and then at the DAC 12 NEC Clash, how are you feeling? Because it looked like a lot of great play. And I'm just going to say, I don't know that more could have been expected from Luke Jensen battling Griffin Goodberry down low on the block, honestly.
Yeah, he's a heck of a basketball player. And it's tough because, again, you're picking your poison at times, but when in doubt and when they need a bucket or something key offensively, they can just stick him in the post and drop it into him, and you either have to double down on him. If you leave him one-on-one, you're not going to stop him, but he's such a good passer out of the post as well, and then they can space the floor because they got 4 shooters around him at all times. Luke battled in there. He did a heck of a job just competing, and really all our guys. We really shortened up the bench tonight. We, for the most part, we went 5 guys all night, and that's the other thing. That's tough. Those 5 battling out there for 32 minutes and gave everything they got. But the energy on our bench, our guys, the enthusiasm they gave, I thought the crowd did a good job. And for us as a team, you're always fearful, obviously, coming into a game like this with this kind of an opponent and knowing how explosive they are. And we were good offensively, I thought. I thought we rushed a few shots at times. You're trying to kind of control the pace of the game. If you would have told me they're going to get 74, 80 points, it's going to be tough to beat them. Flip side of that was we did some positive things offensively. Trey obviously had a big night, and we needed that, but I thought other guys were aggressive too, and we got some good looks too. I think at one point there in the third, we got it to 6, and Gabe had a 3 on that wing, and then Luke had one over here that we knocked those down. Who knows what could have happened.
Well, and that's exactly right. Some of those three-pointers, if they fall, all of a sudden it's a different mindset. All of a sudden Sioux Falls Christian's thinking, okay, they're within a possession now, or they're, whatever, and all of a sudden those guys have a little more confidence. Obviously we're going to come out of tonight talking about Trey's game, and I thought it was good in a couple of ways. I thought he was really good just the way he played and shot. I thought he was really good at playing within himself tonight.
You hit it, because that's where I was going to go with it. He just played within himself, under control, was able to get downhill and get in the paint. But the big thing in the paint tonight, he just kind of slowed himself down, played slower around the basket, which sometimes he gets himself rushed around the hoop. And if he just gathers himself and he's crafty enough around the basket. So, a huge game from him. He kind of sparked us early on offensively, which kind of settled us in as a basketball team. And, on the offensive end, for the most part, you always like to knock down a couple more shots. We told our group at halftime, I think we were 0-7 at halftime from the three-point line, and we're only down 9. And, I think a lot of people, if you would have said you're within single digits at halftime, you'd probably say, well, Vermillion must have knocked down 5-6 threes in the first half, and it wasn't that. So, even in the second half, it's not like we hit a ton. We just competed and played hard, and that's huge for our group. And both games this week, EPJ on Tuesday and then tonight, I thought our guys just going into the game, the approach, just seeing them in the locker room, the way they were handling themselves, I think we took a step in the right direction. Not that they haven't done that in the past, but you can just see the focus and locked in on both games this week, and now that's got to carry forward.
Well, and one other player I wanted to mention, his numbers, he's scored more before, but I thought Carter Hansen looked very focused out there tonight as well. He comes away with 15 points, so nobody's going to say, oh, wow, great game by Carter, but just the shots he was willing to take and the shots he was willing to pass, and he played well within himself too, very controlled, and even on the outside. So while his numbers aren't going to be one of those that are eye-popping, I thought his game was one of the best I've seen him play.
Yeah, he played like a confident veteran senior that you kind of expect here. At this point of, he came off the bench some as a freshman. He's been starting as a sophomore, junior now, and I think you find that a lot of times over the years with seniors, and as you get kind of the second half of your senior year and understanding that this is kind of your final month, hopefully 2 for us, as high school basketball players, and you appreciate the moment, and yet I think it almost forces you to kind of get focused and locked in a little bit more, and he did a great job tonight.
All right, well, Coach, another big week coming up. We'll be in touch for breakfast with the coaches and for interviews, but thank you so much for stopping by. I think there's a lot of positives to take away from this one, so thank you so much for joining us.
All right, thanks a lot, Michael.
Thank you. Well, that was Coach Jay Drake here on our First Dakota National Bank post-game show. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll take a look around the state, and then we will wrap it up. Sound good, Katie?
Sure.
All right.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer. Murph's Appliance, downtown Vermillion.
In a situation like this, the first thing you do, of course, is make sure everybody's okay. And then you're thinking, you better call your insurance person. No, just call Justin. At Vermillion Auto Works, you see Justin handles all the insurance claims and gives free quotes. Not everybody does the free quote thing anymore, So call Justin at Vermillion Auto Works. He'll take care of the situation. Carrying WeatherTech, Rough Country, and Tuxedo. Vermillion Auto Works.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Alongside Katie and Reagan, I'm Michael Schumacher. Tanagers fall 74-61, but as you just heard with Coach Drake, between tonight and Tuesday night against West Central, probably the 2 most complete games this Tanager team has played. Now they're coming up to a part of the schedule this week where they have Crow Creek on Tuesday. They have Del Rapids on Thursday. And then they have the DAC 12 NEC Boys Clash on Saturday. That's in Madison. We don't know who will play yet for that. That will be determined, I believe, on Sunday. So we'll know opponent, we'll know time at that point. But just a great game. So we're going to take a quick look around the state. But, Katie, what are your thoughts on tonight's game? We heard from the coach, but let's hear from you.
Really?
Nobody
wants to hear from me.
You specifically asked me not to, so of course I have to.
I already said I think they did a great job. I think, playing against a great team, Sioux Falls Christian, they did everything they could do. If they had some more shots drop, it could have been a totally different game. But, I don't know how much more they could do.
Well, and I'm just going to say I think Luke Jensen. I mean, people are going to look at Griffin Goodberry and be like, "Oh yeah, 18 points. He got his average." I don't know that there's any more you could ask from Luke down on the block defending a guy with a 6-inch advantage. Plus the wingspan that goes with that.
Exactly. I mean, you can only do so much, and unless you turn it into a fouling, thing where you're constantly doing that. But he did the best he could, and I thought he did a pretty good job.
I thought he did as well, and so you're not going to look at his numbers and say, "Oh, 5 points, 7 or 8 rebounds," but I just thought he did a great job of limiting and minimizing Goodberry's effectiveness down low. But as Coach Drake mentioned, they did allow some dribble drive penetration, so things for them to work on. But if you're a Tanager fan, you have to walk away from this feeling like, you know what? As you look at the rest of this schedule, you look at Crow Creek, winnable game. Not that they're going to win. No, don't assume any, but winnable game. All of a sudden, then you get down to Dakota Valley. Well, Dakota Valley has lost 2 in a row. If Vermillion comes in with some confidence, and it's here at the Birdcage, it's a winnable game. Ponca lost to EPJ. Well, we traveled to Ponca for that game, and so that's very winnable. Then Canton, and then Parker. I mean, you hate to say it, but Vermillion could get some nice momentum heading into regions, heading into a potential SODAC 16, and heading into a potential state berth. So if you're a Tanager fan, this is a team to watch. And if you're in the state and you're in Class A, especially in Region 4A right now, Vermillion is a team to watch. So I'm excited. All right. Well, that's going to do it for me. Katie, is that going to do it for you?
It is.
All right. Sounds good. Well, for Katie and Reagan, I'm Michael Schumacher. Thank you so much for joining us tonight as the Tanagers fall 74-61. But if I sound excited, if my voice sounds like, it's maybe they won, they didn't. But I am really excited at the way they played, and I think it's a harbinger of good things to come for this season. So for Katie and Reagan, I'm Michael Schumacher. This has been Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Vermillion falls 74-61 on the Masaba scoreboard. Our timeout sponsor was Murph's Appliance. Our pregame sponsor, Carlson's Body Shop. Halftime shop sponsor, Fast Auto Glass. And our replay sponsor, which is really difficult during basketball because the action's so fast, is Pied Piper. Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts in Vermillion, celebrating 1 year in business. So thank you so much for joining us. Valentine's Day is around the corner, so Pied Piper, kind of the place to go. I think maybe I'll be giving them a call. We'll see. Maybe not. I'll get you a fancy plant or something. All right. You guys have a great night. This is Tanager Basketball. We will talk to you. We'll be back in action on Saturday from Irene Wakanda for Tanager Girls. You guys have a great night.